Why, hello there. Hello, everybody. Terribly sorry that I'm like so late. I know stream is unbelievably late tonight. It's 9 p.m. my time right now. I'm just trying to ping Discord, get everything set up here, so just give me 1 second. I'm not seeing anything pop up yet on stuff and things. Oh, we hit 40 followers on Twitch. That's exciting. Very exciting. Why is it not popping into the Discord? Do I have to go through and manually post it? Is that what's going on here? Let me see about that. Hey, Fred. Hey, Freddy baby. Freddy baby boy. Freddy baby boy. Um, okay. Yeah, it's not posting anything in the Discord. It usually auto shares the streams, but let me go ahead and Brad, I love you. I gotta use my hand for a minute. So we've got that, and we've got that. Hit live. Ooh, Fred, you're stinky. Did you just get out of the litter box, buddy? You're stinky. You gotta go clean your butt. Go clean your butt, buddy. Go clean your butt. Yeah, you got a stinky butt. Stinky butt. Anyway, not sure how busy stream's gonna be tonight because it's so late. Like, I'm not sure how much of my audience is like Eastern Standard Time versus, you know, like in the West, or like I really have no idea. So we will see. We will see about that. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good one. Oh, let me bump up my bitrate a little bit. It's actually saying the bitrate is low. So I should be able to bump it up. Oh, I don't know, like that much. And then that should be fine. That should be fine. What do they recommend? They recommend that I use a stream rate of 13,000. Did I really bump my bitrate up that high? Is there any downside to doing that for viewers? I'll bump it up a little more. I feel like 13,000 is kind of high. Let's, I don't know, let's just do 8. Let's just do 8. There we go. There we go. As we get started here, please, if you don't mind, like the stream. Helps me out a bunch as we get going. I would definitely appreciate anyone who helps me out there. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. That would actually help me out a bunch. Trying to grow on Twitch a little bit here to get my cat. His name is Freddy. He is a very cute boy. He is a very cute, sweet boy. I love him so much. Hey Reed. I don't remember if I just said hello to you or not. Actually, I'm really tired. I need to drink some caffeine super bad, but it's also like 9 p.m. So RIP my sleep. My sleep schedule is already super messed up, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Like, my sleep schedule is giga messed up. Oh, Freddy, I see why you stink. You got a little turd stuck to your freaking. Oh, Lord. Hold on, chat. 1 sec. We gotta take care of this. He's got a little dingleberry. Yes, you did. Got a little dingleberry. Okay. He knows something is about to happen, so he's avoiding me. He is avoiding me. Okay, I got chat up on Restream. Gonna call back tomorrow about the job offer. That's awesome. That is very awesome. Is it Reed, do you want me to call you Reed? Um I think your name in Discord is something else, right? Hello, Asura, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear the bag crinkling or whatever. So apologies if you do, but oh, I need to update before I do this, I need to update the thumbnail on YouTube because Restream like sucked at it. Oh, it actually it got it this time. The past few times it's like literally not put my thumbnail in there, which is fine because I'm gonna override it anyway. All right. Dear on Discord, but Susie would be fine though. Okay, I can do that. I can do that for sure. I just like since a lot of my community is queer, like a lot of us are trans, queer, non-binary, whatever. Like I always get paranoid because there's a lot of people who I've noticed have not updated their like YouTube profiles, and so like a lot of trans girlies still have their dead name on their YouTube profile. Um, and it's happened enough to where I'm just like I want to ask people like, hey, what do you actually want me to refer to you as? I don't know if this is gonna work. These little like finger wipe things. I feel like I might as well just use like a normal wet wipe. Like I don't know if this is really gonna be all that much better. I'm gonna grab a normal wet wipe actually. Don't worry, Fred. Don't you worry. How do I get these? Oh. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, so we are gonna hang out. We're gonna chat a lot tonight. We're gonna just chill. For those of you who are unaware, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I don't know where to put anything. My Monday streams are just news and politics. My Wednesday streams are I don't know, maybe I should leave this cap is like confusing me. Uh my Wednesday streams are gaming and my Friday streams like these are just chatting. So that is what we are up to on this channel on those days. Feel free to tune into whatever you want to tune into or not tune into whatever you don't want to tune into. That is what free will is all about, which honestly, free will may or may not even be a real thing. But we're just gonna keep pretending that it is. How about that, chat? How about that? I think I'm gonna stand up. So I'm gonna raise my desk while I take care of Freddy's butt. So he's avoiding me because he can tell that I'm about to do something. So just give me a minute here, and we're gonna try to figure this out. We're gonna try to get his little booty butt wiped. No. Where'd that dingleberry go, Fred? Did you knock it off? Fred, don't avoid me. Avoid me. Oh, well. Yeah. I'm glad I put blankets down on everything because he did in fact have the little dingleberry fall off. So I need to wash that. your stream. When you have a cat like mine, you gotta cover everything. Everything has to be covered. Otherwise, you're really risky. Okay. Well, I think it's fine. As long as I got the little thing hanging off his tail. Also, I'm gonna have to go wash my hands really quick. So let me get some hand sanitizer. Okay, I will be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Do I have another thing to cover? I do. New pillowcase for Freddy's sitting spot. Woo, I'm back. Okay. Funny story, the first time I passed as a woman, and as white were in Ireland over the summer. That's funny. Hey there, Serverless. You need fox ears and a tail set. Maybe squeaky bean gloves. Foxtail and... Wait, why? Why do I need fox stuff? Why do I need fox stuff? What's that about, huh? What are squeaky bean gloves? Maybe, actually, that could be useful. I usually just put a glove on and then grab a wet wipe and just wipe out his butt. But he hates it. He hates it so much. Foxes rule. Yeah, I mean, like, foxes are pretty cool. I think a fox is a cool animal. I'm more of like a cat girly, but you know, I think foxes are neat. I don't know what FOPS is. Um, wait. Got tickets to see 21 Pilots movie next month? Oh, they got a movie coming out? That's interesting. I know someone who's like friends with the lead singer person. Funny way of saying fox. Oh, ew, how did I get my hair in my freaking ice? That's weird. I made this tea and like there was like hair stuck to some ice. And I have like genuinely no idea how my hair got in my ice. Weird. A concert film? Does that just mean it's like just like a movie, like a concert movie, basically? Like a concert, but it's a movie? Got a new keyboard in the style of a keyboard you would see it in like the 80s and 90s, and I love it. Oh, that's neat. That's interesting. Welcome, String. Oh, this tea is gonna bring me to life. So just quick rundown. I've got some super extra dark tea. You can tell that this stuff is like the light won't go through it. That's how strong this stuff is. It is some serious zero sugar, by the way. I don't really like sugar in my tea or sugar in my coffee. Well, actually that's not true. I don't really like coffee in general unless it has like milkshake levels of sugar in it. Well, maybe not that much. Like I do need some sugar in my coffee. I can't do it black. Can't do it. But tea, I can do that without any sugar. Um Now, oh, did I he still got a little is your tail just wet, Fred, or is that like a little bit of clumpy dew that you got? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I might have to grab another wet wipe. And do I go on a hike sometimes? I love hiking. Not during this weather right now because it's really cold outside, but in general, yes, I love hiking. Hiking is like one of my favorite things to do. Use live resin. Live resin for for what? You like your tea and coffee unsweetened? Nice. Yeah, I prefer tea unsweet for sure. But if I'm gonna have coffee, which I don't really like, I'm not a huge coffee girly, but when I do coffee, it has to be like a milkshake, basically. So also I have the tea, but I also have some like, I'm not gonna show the name of the business, but I have some like European uh shortbread cookies, and then I also have a granola bar. And I this is really embarrassing to admit. My sleep schedule is so messed up. I tried to fix it. I failed miserably. Um, I woke up. I went to bed at noon today, and I woke up at like 7:30 p.m. More like 7 p.m. But yeah, my sleep schedule is absolutely destroyed. Oh, Fred, he's always bringing chaos to the streams. He so is. He so is. I usually use live resin hybrid during the day. I'm using golden pineapple right now. Oh, okay. I honestly I don't know what the sensors are like with YouTube with that stuff. So I'm just gonna be very clear in saying it's legal in Ohio. Weed is legal in Ohio. Not only that, but I also have a medical card, so I do have a reason to be doing it because it's for my brain and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like a low dose girly. Like I don't really. Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. But let's see here. Like honestly, I used to smoke more and vape more before transitioning. Like transitioning made it so that like I don't really crave the disassociative effects as much, and so I don't want to be as high all the time. Like I just want to be mostly sober, just like a little high. Because I have PTSD, so it does help with that. And like honestly, I think if you're autistic ADHD, um, maybe I'm just saying this, but like I feel like for my brain chemistry, being 100% sober is kind of like being insane. Um, like THC has really helped me slow down my brain and prevent all of the wild impulsive thoughts flying around, and maybe not prevent them as much as like add a layer of disassociation that allows me to um just let things be more fleeting when I know that it's just like an intrusive thought or whatever. Just stuff like that. Anyway, let me see where chat is at. Someday I want to do a bucket list trip and start in the Colorado mountains. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love traveling. I definitely have like a lot of places that I want to go, like sort of like bucket list stuff. Just had 6 granola bars. Oh my gosh, that's not real food. That's not real food. Lexi said funny shit I read. What funny shit did you read? Of course you're a stoner. How else did they turn you trans? That's so funny. Yeah, I was you know what's really interesting about my perspective with that kind of stuff. I did not drink until I was 21, and I did not um indulge in cannabis until I was like 23. And I actually used to hate it. My parents had drug issues. Fred, I don't want you on my chair because you're. Yeah, I need to grab another wet wipe because he's got a little stuff on his tail still. Fred, can you get off my chair, please? Thank you. This is just like super awkward though, by the way, because like this sweater, these sleeves fall down really easily, so I have to like roll them up like really high to keep them from falling down. Might have OCD as well. I don't have OCD. I know I don't have OCD. Um, but yeah, I didn't really start smoking until I was 23, which is interesting. I used to hate it. So I've changed a lot over my life. I smoked once and it was terrifying and I hated it. Doesn't help my friend knowingly gave me way too much from a first time thing. Apparently I greened out, whatever that means. Yeah, I mean if it's your first time, you're gonna have absolutely zero tolerance. So you want to do like the minimal amount possible. And then, you can build up from there, but you don't wanna the last thing you want to do is like take a huge hit if you have like literally never done cannabis before. Um I'm one of those people, like, I don't really, like, party. Like, cannabis to me is not, like, a party thing. It's, like, more of a medicinal thing. Like, I don't do it to, like, get real high or, like, have fun or whatever. Like, I do it because it makes me feel like I'm not going insane, and it makes me feel, I don't know, just a little more grounded, I guess. It's hard to describe, honestly. I bought, like, 4 different long cyber goth skirts from Japan recently. That's interesting. Plain old meditation is cheaper than cannabis. Yeah, but, like, regular meditation doesn't work for me. That's actually we can talk I wanna talk about flow arts during this stream, so we can talk about flow arts. Flow arts is, like, my form of meditation, and it is way better than cannabis, like, way better. Like, it's great, it's wonderful, but cannabis does things that, um, meditation doesn't do. Like, I'm not saying that, like, everyone who's like me, who's autistic ADHD should, like, be doing weed, but I'm just saying that, like, for me, a low dose of and you have to understand that, like, I'm not sitting here smoking, like, out of a bong, like, 700 hits a day. Like, I use a little cart, and sometimes I use a dry herb vaporizer, but mostly it's like a tincture in a cart, and I'm, like, super low dose. So, I really hope none of my audience judges me for it, honestly. Like, if you do, then just unsubscribe. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and have people be like, "You need to quit that," or whatever. Like, if it like, honestly, I think drugs should be decriminalized throughout the entire United States. Like, I don't think that we should have any criminalized drugs. I think that we should put more money into, communities to be able to, like, help people who do have a drug issue, rather than just criminalizing, locking people up, and throwing them back out on the street. ADHD and CPTSD. Yeah, so I have ADHD, autism, and CPTSD. So that's I got the medical card is specifically because of the CPTSD, but you're not judging, just saying. Well, no, I'm not saying that people should like if you have things that work better than cannabis and that aren't cannabis, then of course you should do that. Like of course. But um yeah, like I'm not advocating for people to use cannabis to like replace literally everything or anything. Like any other form of treatment or whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. I was only looking at Restream chat. Our YouTube chat, I mean. I'm so sorry. I did not realize I didn't have Twitch chat pulled up. Is Twitch active? Is anyone talking over there? Let me check. Real Talk Channel said hi. Sorry, Real Talk Channel. I did not see you. My B. I'm gonna leave. Let me leave up Restream chat. That way it's my first time smoking. I thought every single car was the cops. That's really funny. Latex gloves are fire. Oh, I'm not. It's an. First of all, it's not latex. Second of all, I'm trying to wipe Freddy's butt, but I just keep getting distracted. All right, I'm gonna. Where's Fred? Hey, buddy. Here. Yeah. How's my baby boy? You're gonna. You're gonna hate this so much. No. Just let me get it real quick. Go on your merry way. Fred, get it. Gross. Disgusting. Disgusting. I'm gonna go run and wash my hands again real quick. Um, is it normal to feel old at 24 or is it mental illness? I'm not gonna say it's mental illness, but that's definitely you're not old. You're not old. I'm 32, okay? If you're old at 24, what am I, your grandma? Like, let's be honest here. Like like that honestly, if you're in your 20s and you're doing the whole "Oh, I'm so old" thing, then like you need to think about people that are like 30, 40, 50. How do you think that makes us feel? How do you think it makes me feel when you're like, "Oh, I'm 22 years old. I'm basically dead." Like, fuck you, honestly, for that. Not really, but only for that. What is CPTSD? It's basically compound PTSD. It's basically when you have like complex trauma. You love gemstones and jewelry? That's cool. You're 18 and you feel old? Oh my god. That's I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, yeah, so CPTSD is essentially like when you have a complex series of whew, a complex series of like traumatic events that happen when you're, you know, at any age really. Um 22 don't feel old at all. Well, that's good. Mostly just feel old sometimes due to my situation, not having done much with my life yet because of circumstances and not knowing how. Mostly just feel old sometimes due to my situation and not having done much with your life yet. Well, don't feel bad. I mean, you know, you're still alive. You still got plenty of times to live. Plenty of life to live. Plenty of time to do stuff. I'm 34. Am I one of the older audience? No, I would say my average audience is like I have some people who are younger who are like 20s and you know, maybe like late teens or something. But most of my audience is like probably 30, 40, 50, I would say. It's really hard to tell because like that's what the analytics says. But also like sometimes people lie when they're making their YouTube accounts, like what their age is, you know? Someone posted your stream to a forum to troll you. Be cautious. Oh, interesting. It's okay. If I get hate rated, it just helps me. Brad. Like being hate rated isn't a bad thing. Ain't bad at all. Doesn't really mean anything. It actually helps me. Like that's one thing that I think is really funny about like transphobes or like people that are like online like hate rating and doing all of this stuff. Um oh here we gotta block someone. Only I'm allowed to use that slur, sir. Wait, how do I why is it not letting me ban? How does YouTube even work? Fred, you're really, 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 really picking the worst time to need attention. How do you ban people? I see put in timeout, but like hide user, is that banning? Nice. Look at all these people. Wow, you're all so clever. But anyway, yeah, the Chud Army is here to boost my views. What I was gonna say is that the funny thing about it. Oh, by the way, make sure everyone likes the stream right now, because if the stream gets more likes and if we get like more views, then people are more likely to pop in and enjoy the stream, all that stuff. But yeah, like these people are. It's funny because like they honestly, like, they're helping me. Like they're making my stream grow, and it's like not a bad thing at all. I like if someone thinks that it's gonna like make me feel bad that they call me the F slur, which I don't even know if I'm allowed to say. Um but like uh if someone thinks that that's gonna upset me, then you're hilarious, because I call myself the F slur all the time. I do it all the time. I also call myself the T slur sometimes. But like, I'm really big about reclaiming slurs. I think that that's a brilliant thing. I think it's a beautiful thing, because when you reclaim a slur, it's like it's really showing that, like, they may have systemic power in terms of like the patriarchy and stuff, but I'm not, like, I don't give a shit what these people say about me. I don't care. If you're a transphobe, you can say whatever you want about me. Like, you're like presupposing that I give a shit what some hateful, idiotic bigot thinks about me. Like, it's so stupid. I just don't. I genuinely don't understand why they can't tell me anything I haven't heard before. Exactly. And like it's like a dog barking, It's like, I don't walk when I walk down a street and a dog starts barking at me, I don't like stop and go like, "Hey, what are you doing here? What do you think's going on here? You think you're allowed to say whatever you want to say?" I don't know why I just got like a Brooklyn accent or whatever, but like, oops, I just hit the wrong button. Sorry, I just hit like a restream button. Oh, Bobtail, Ashlyn, thank you so much for the $50. Hoping for a great stream while I'm stuck in the ER dealing with gallstones with minor pain. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds awful. I definitely hope that gets better. Is gallstone pain like, how is that? Like, how bad is that? I don't know much about it, to be honest. Um Take their words and rewrite them in your own way. True. Why is the front of your face so shiny? Because there's like 3 different lights plus a really bright monitor blasting at my face, and I have really smooth skin, so it just makes me look really shiny, which is like kind of weird, honestly. Like, I don't see a lot of streamers that look this shiny, but it's just kind of how my skin is. It's also probably a little bit my setting spray. My setting spray is supposed to be a matte spray, but it honestly isn't that isn't that matte. Is your hairline receding? No, actually, it's regrowing, which is super sick. I'm hot. It's great. I love being hot. First time catching your stream and this happens. You're a bigger person. I ran into some transphobe in the wild and I dared them. Yeah, well, thank you for being here, Johanna. I appreciate you. It's just like it's like a survival thing, like, I really don't care at all, like, about these people. Like, I don't care at all. And like them being here in my chat, like I said before, it's like helping my channel. Like, it's helping my channel. They think that they're like they think that they're like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so clever and I'm destroying this person's confidence. Aren't we so awesome?" It's like, no, you're literally pushing, like, you are perpetuating the trans agenda. You are perpetuating, like, John Wayne Spooky Sammy. Who else we got here? Burger Planet's Balloon Plug. God, you guys have like the most weird names ever. But anyway, the point is like you're pushing the trans agenda on the children. And I hope that you go to sleep at night feeling really good about that. Enlist some mods? I have mods. I just don't think any of them are here, which is fine. None of this is like really overwhelming. Oh, I forgot to. I keep looking at YouTube chat instead of Twitch chat because I need to be ready to ban in case of like slurs or whatever. Probably secondary accounts. Yeah, it's either secondary accounts or bots. And that's another thing is that like not only are these people like loathsome, like disgusting, insufferable plebs that are like stuck in their mother's basement at the age of 50 years old trying to like make a trans person feel bad, but also like the rest of them are bots. Like we really do need to talk about this more on the left, that like a ton of the engagement online from these people from the right is just botted. Like a ton of it. Like honestly, like at this point, the majority of it. Like if you go on Twitter, you are going to see more botted Madiga accounts than you are going to say you said avoid banning earlier. No, like if they say slurs, like ban them if they say a slur, right? That's my line. If they say a slur, ban them. If they just say that my face is shiny, which is that supposed to make me feel bad? I don't know. Then yeah, then you ban. Or wait, no, you don't ban for that. But anyway, yeah, there's like a lot of botted right-wing accounts online. So, yeah. It's kind of like oh geez, this John Wayne guy. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's not like honestly, the racial slur upsets me more than the F slur because like if you're saying the N word, like that's disgusting. Like that's absolutely disgusting. Please don't ban me for asking about the shiny face. Oh no, I'm not gonna ask you or ban you for that. I don't really care at all. You live in the progressive area of your state. Well, that's good. I also live in a red state. Most people aren't like these bots. Most people becoming fed up with checking. Yeah. Absolutely, Citron. That is like literally so true. That is so true. Ew, the spooky Sammy. You think you're clever? You think that you can hide your slurs? That's so stupid. Like, just say the N word. If you're like that's disgusting. Like, don't actually say the N word. Like, don't do that. But like, you're just like using other words to hide. Like, it's so disgusting. You people are awful people. Anyway, um, like the dog whistling should honestly just be a thing of the past. Like if you're gonna be horribly racist or transphobic or a disgusting, horrible person, just say it with your chest. Just be a horrible person so that we know who you are and we can start like moving you out of society. But anyway, as I was saying before, I had to moderate a little bit. Absolutely, Citron. Um. Oh, see, some of this is getting auto modded. That's good. Auto moderation is really hit or miss on YouTube. The only way they can really get around it is using one letter at a time. Okay, but absolutely, Citron. I live in a red state, and yeah, these people are not real. Like these people, it's like 1 out of 3 million people is like this. It's honestly, wow. They've got alt. They're putting in alt in like literally. I banned this dude, and he pops in with an alt. Like, are you that bored? Are you that like do you literally have nothing to do? Is your life that terrible and pointless and sad and pathetic that you're going to like get banned from my chat for saying a slur, like a racist slur, and then you're going to get on your alt, come right back, and then dog whistle again? Bruh, like you could actually be like you could spend time with your kids, or you could like pet your dog, or you could like get a girlfriend, or you could like well, actually you couldn't get a girlfriend because no one's gonna want you. You're gonna probably die alone. I bet your kids don't talk to you. That's why you're not talking to your kids. I bet you abuse your dog, and your dog secretly like wants you to love them, but is just terrified of you. And you're, probably an alcoholic, probably seconds away from opening your gun safe and doing something that other people might call regrettable, but I'm not sure I would call regrettable. Anyway, hey, anyone that's in chat, just go ahead and like the stream for me. That would be huge. That would help me out a lot. Grown adults don't rate streams unless they're evil and disgusting. Yeah, you want to know how often I've ever hate rated a stream? You want to know how many times I've ever done that? 0. You want to know why? Because like I've got life to live. I've got things to do. I've got like groceries to buy. I've got like errands, like chores, like cleaning, spending time with my cat. Like, what? Oh, here I keep looking at YouTube. Okay, Twitch chat is like dead right now, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I wish Restream wouldn't show me these slurs. Like YouTube, when it auto mods things, I don't even see it. But when I'm looking on Restream chat, it's probably like you probably don't have friends to raid with. You're so right. You're so right. This is like the rare moment where one of these idiots is right. You're right. I don't have friends to raid with because my friends don't want to do stuff like that. My friends aren't that brain rotted, filled with hate and fear, and willing to waste that much time on something so pathetic. Like, my friends aren't like that. So you're right. I don't have friends to hate raid streams with because my friends would be like, why the fuck would you want to waste your time doing something like that when you could be like, I don't know, living your life? Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, and you're presupposing that these people are your friends. That's hilarious. You think that like being glued together by hate is like is gonna make you all best friends and pals? Yeah, I bet that's a really solid foundation for a friendship. I bet racism is actually one of the best ways to be friends. I'm just kidding. That's disgusting. That's so funny. Yeah, I followed you there, but I think it was just the bot in there. Oh, I know Twitch chat has a slow mode where you can only send a message every few minutes. Not sure if YouTube does, but it would slow them down. Is that really on Twitch? I don't have slow mode enabled on Twitch. There's no one watching me on Twitch right now. There's one person watching me on Twitch. Almost everyone's watching me on YouTube right now. Hating stuff seems overwhelming. Not glued to the norms of cable TV or the train of advertisement hell. Nice. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. House out of a life for that person. Incel alert. His life is just that meaningless. Grown adults, by the way. That is a good point. Dumb people are often unoriginal, but something just seems uncanny, and it makes me think it's bots. I mean, there's a good chance it's bots, but it's probably a mix, right? Like it's probably like 2 people and like 12 bots. Like that's kind of how I tend to view it. It's like a ratio game, right? Like these people. So like that's actually one thing that I do want to talk about on stream. I don't know if this counts as news and politics or just chatting, but like culturally speaking, there's this feeling that there's like there's a feeling that there's like a lot of right-wing representation online and right-wing viewpoints being perpetuated and stuff. But actually like the majority of that is botted. Real people are not following this right-wing escalation of like hatred and racism and transphobia and all that stuff. Like that stuff is deeply unpopular even among like Republicans. You can look at the polling for it. I'm not going to waste your time and pull it all up, but like you can look at that stuff. But when you go online, like if you go on Twitter, you're going to like think that like 80% of America are like literal Nazis, but like actually like it's like not that many people, and most of them are just like it's just botted content. you know? Like, it's content that's made it makes it look like these people are, like, more represented oh my gosh, better represented in our culture than not. Also, you think you like how, like, all those people have already left? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you don't give them what they want, then, like, they leave. Like, they get bored. They're like, "Ah, this F slur is not this F T s the F slur T slur is not giving me the reaction I want. How unfortunate." And they, like, leave, and they go try to find someone else. Like, I banned, like, 2 or 3 of them for slurs, but, like, there were a few of them, and they're all gone now. There might be, like, 1 left or something, or they might just be quiet, but yeah, it just yeah. So let me see what we got going on. Uh, Girl, you need more mods as your channel grows. Also, I recognize that you look good. Too many women don't and disregard the mirror. Oh, well, thanks. That's actually, like, not common for me to be like, honestly, I was only being self-confident like that because of these people. I just wanted to flex on them. Normally, I'm not like normally, I don't really think that I look that great, to be honest. I mean, I think I look fine, but I don't think I'm, like, hot or anything. Like, I don't think I'm that hot or anything. But I just wanted to flex on them and be like, "S my D," or whatever. "Style my do." I was there, but no one else was, so I just switched back. I don't know what that means. That's a good description of cable advertisement hell. When men get mad at us for future they will never get no matter how hard they beg. Yeah, because the internet requires people to be literate, so there isn't too many right wingers here. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Not sure why you want to randomly shit on another woman, but you're right that Leah looks good. Wait, what? Shitting on other people for not having confidence. Honestly, like, there that is kind of a thing with society, is that society puts so much pressure on women for, like, how they look and how they appear, that, like, if you're not, like, if you don't fall into, like, the traditional beauty standards that, like, um are presented to us for women, then, like, a lot of people tend to like, me saying I'm hot is really just me saying that, like, I fit into traditional beauty standards for the modern era, and, like, that's not really, like, a compliment, you know? Like, just because I do and someone else doesn't necessarily make me hot and them not, or whatever. Like, there have been many points in my life where I would have been considered not hot, actually, because I didn't really take care of myself. I didn't, like, do anything to follow beauty standards, and I just didn't care. I'm a furry brony, commie, non-binary, pansexual. A meme could be made out of me. I own myself, honey, in my entirety. Well, that's good. That's good. My dad is very transphobic though, and he watches right wing slop like Aspen Gold and Fox News. Ugh. Like, imagine watching Asmongold. Like, imagine watching Asmongold. What a thing. What a thing. Uh So I have to deal with that. I feel like my mom is the same. Can't wait to move out, finally be free to myself. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you guys have, like, some transphobic people in your life. I know most can highlight a message and flag it, but I don't know who reviews it. Yeah, probably nobody, honestly, at this point. That's one thing about, like, YouTube that's a little unfortunate, is that, like, the algorithm's against me. Moderation is against me. Like, you know, it used to be that, like, if someone said a slur or if someone said something, like, you could report them and they would, like, some action would be taken. But, like, if it, like, I'm gonna be so honest, like, the right wing had such a meltdown over, like, quote unquote censorship, which was literally just, like, TOS stuff, like them breaking TOS and getting punished for it. um, yeah, like, stuff like that has, like, a lot of the tech companies have really failed. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do have a Discord. Here's Let me do this real quick. So here's my link tree. It's got all my links in it, including the Discord. Feel free to join. Um, Posted in Twitch as well, even though no one's there. I keep meaning to go through and post all my links. You don't know what your family would think if I came out or if you came out. Oh well, I hope that you're able to. I don't know, figure it out. I feel like this realist to mood person is like a troll trying to get my Discord or something. So I would say to be careful. Uh, do be careful for trolls. Yeah, we are. We have like a system. YouTube needs a block button. True. I just saw that on Discord. Very true. Probably been thinking about doing that when I'm on my own, but I don't know, to be honest. Transphobes always mad about trans women, but never cry about trans men. Yeah, it's almost like trans men don't exist to transphobes. Most transphobes honestly probably don't know that trans men even exist. Apologies if what I said was misogyny or transphobic. I'm still just deconstructing. Oh no, absolutely, Citron, you're okay. I'm not trying to come off that way. I have loved ones whose self-esteem has been ruined by caring too much about what men think and not the mirror. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. No, I didn't take offense to what you said, and I didn't think that it was really that problematic or anything. I understood what the response was to it, but yeah, no, like I get what you were saying. I understand the critique as well, but like I'm not one of those leftists where like if you say something that might not be like said in the best way possible or whatever, I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, actually you need to, like, yeah, we can all learn and grow and get better and develop and all that great stuff, but I'm not going to sit here and like try to, you know, like woke scold anyone or anything like that. I don't think that kind of behavior is helpful. Like I don't think like jumping on people for saying something that might not be worded the way you would word it is like good or helpful because it pushes people away. Like people have like people are generally speaking very reactionary, and if you come at them like that, they're going to get defensive even if there's like a potential for growth there. Johanna, I don't know what your comment means. Also, in a most much observational way, you're very pretty, and y'all definitely helped me out with your VODs. You popped up when I really all I could. Oh, find was trans men. Please excuse me if it doesn't remember. Y'all helped me during the state of my transit. Well, Johanna, I'm glad to hear that. Sorry, I didn't see the first half of the message. Now it makes sense. I know most can highlight a message like. Oh, sorry, I read that already. Uh, Straying your entire family's transphobic. I'm sorry to hear that. They're like going with the times or whatever. Is that your actual color? Is that dye? Do you mean my hair? I don't dye my hair. I've never dyed my hair. I'm honestly afraid to dye my hair because um yeah. Would love to send you a necklace. Me? Are you talking to me? You have stones that would match your lilac? I'm like I would have to get like a PO box or something. And even then that kind of like scares me because like I'm very careful. Like I don't tell people where I live. I try to make it very hard to, like I don't want people knowing what city I live in. I'm fine with people knowing I live in Ohio, but like I really don't want people to know like the general area I live in. I just feel like it's unsafe. And so like I would love to do like gifts and like accept gifts and do streams where I open them and stuff, but like I just don't feel like that's safe for me to do. Unless I get like a PO box, and even then I don't really know. So I appreciate the thought. Did I see the new He-Man trailer? No, I don't know anything about it. I was reminded of that interview clip where they brought up trans men in bathrooms and the guy had no idea what like, he didn't even know how trans men were a thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That happens a lot, honestly. "You look nice, my favorite color." "Oh, yeah, I love purple." Purple, lilac, it's great. My favorite color is red, but my second one is purple because in the Middle Ages, it was known for courage. Oh, really? That's cool, that's good to know. I've never dyed mine either, too afraid it's, not the healthiest yet, but we'll see. Yeah, like, I'm afraid it's gonna hurt my hair. Like, I'm afraid of doing it. I would dye my hair. I think it would be fun, but, like, I'm so like, my hair's really healthy. I love how my hair is. It's honestly like, my hair's kinda gross right now because I need to wash it, but, um how often does everyone wash their hair and stream? I wash my hair, like, once a week. And honestly, doing that made such a big difference with my hair, like the health of my hair. Should I do a video on this stream? Should we do a video, by the way? I keep meaning to ask. Like, I have a couple like trans lifestyle videos that we could do or something. Um, like we could do like a video, you know. So I was wondering if chat was down for that. Thanks for answering the question. Of course. Thank you for engaging. Thank you everybody for being so active and chatting and all this stuff. Like it makes my job so much easier when there are people here in chat that I can like just chat with, like it otherwise you're just sort of like running the conversation by yourself and like replying to yourself and like talking to yourself. And it's nice to have people here that are so active and so engaged and so like ready to chat and stuff. Like, it's awesome. You're all amazing. Thank you. Do yours every other day. Hair goals, if I may say so. Aw, thank you. I want to dye my emo bangs red, but my family will have us get some melt. uh, do a tier list. A tier list of what? Of what? Dyeing it should be okay. It's bleaching that usually causes issues in my experience. Yeah, I'm just scared. I'm just scared. I'm so scared. Like, also, like, to get I don't know. A video is cool with you every 3 days. I think I wash every 2 or 3 days, though I shower at the same rate, so I'm not sure if that's the right way or not. Well, there's no right or wrong way. It's just, like, if you wash your hair every day, usually it makes it a little less healthy, and then, like maybe not a little less, maybe a lot less. But if you wash it, even going to every other day or every 3 days is, like, way, way, way better for you than washing it every day. Washing your hair every day is kinda not good. Um, I might actually do flow arts in the future, possibly, not knowing that it is calming. How do people start with flow arts? Yeah, so that's a great question. We can talk about that and then possibly do a video, after. Your hair is nice, no need to color it. Thank you. I used to wash my hair every day, but it feels so much better every 3 days. I could go longer, but I work in a factory for better healthcare. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I get you. I'd love trans lifestyle vids though. I definitely could use the help and tips as someone who only recently fully realized I'm trans and haven't started transitioning yet due to my living situation. Yeah, of course, Winter. Yeah, I think we will probably do a video here in a minute. I'm gonna talk about flow arts for a minute, and then I think you should put purple highlights in your hair. Maybe. If I did anything, that's probably what I would do. But I already wear so much purple. I don't know if that'd be overkill or not. Like I'm worried it would be a little too much. You know. Hair gets oily and greasy pretty fast though, so good to know 2 to 3 days isn't bad. Oh no, you're fine. I mean, everyone has like a different, different body, different scalp or whatever. Uh, and my hair is kind of greasy and is kind of it's just my hair's really curly, so when it gets greasy, like my hair's like really big and thick, and then when it gets greasy, it just thins out a little bit, like it just looks thinner. I know for some people, like depending on like your hair texture and stuff, like it gets it looks different at different rates or whatever. Purple lowlights. Became a new horror fan last year. Saw a lot of classic horror movies. The Shining was my favorite. Okay. So flow art. How to get into flow arts? That's a really good question. There's kind of a number of ways that you can get into it. You can get into it on your own by just like ordering some props. Like I can give some recommendations for places to buy like poi or a rope dart or a dragon staff or oxbow or fans or hoops or whatever. Like I can give you recommendations for good shops that you can go to get these props that I would like recommend and feel confident that you would get a good product. And then you can kind of start learning on your own. Like it really depends on the prop that you want to learn. So like what I would say is that the first thing you need to do is figure out like what prop you're interested in learning. So like let's say for instance you decide you want to learn poi. Poi is a really great first prop. It's hard, but it teaches you so many fundamentals that you will use in basically spinning any other prop. Like I do think that poi can be a really valuable experience when you're getting started, because like so much of the knowledge that you learn from poi is transitional to other stuff. Like it works. Like you learn poi. Fans are very similar to poi. It's just it's a static prop and it's all about grip switching instead of like string stuff. So, it really depends. If you like let's say you want to learn poi. You decide that you want to learn poi, go online, you find you find a good poi shop that I can recommend. You order them, you get them. And then there are actually like there are a ton of poi tutorials on YouTube that you can watch. And that is a way to learn. I will say to people though that like sometimes it's really hard to learn uh flow art from a video. Like I think that in-person instruction is like monumentally more helpful than because like think about it like this. You're watching someone on a little screen and you're trying to like dissect what they're doing and recreate it, right? That means that you need to be able to break down the movement that they're doing into all of its various components and reconstruct it from your own point of view, right? And I can do that. Like I've gotten good at doing that over the years, but that's a skill that I've developed. Like that's something that I kind of took a long time for me to get used to doing and to develop. Like being a musician actually helped me with that a lot because like when you play in a quartet or you play in a quintet, you play like if you play in a small ensemble, you have like this kind of interesting dynamic where like um you all move together, but you all react together too. Like if you're playing in a quartet, you are moving like one person is the lead and they will like they'll put energy in and then everyone puts energy in. And it's kind of like a school of fish how they like move together, like they react together so seamlessly that they um whatever. And so those are done those are called mirror neurons that do that in your brain. Your brain has this thing called mirror neurons. And essentially that those are the neurons that you use when you're trying to like, you know, when you're trying to do stuff, or try to like mimic things basically. So the more that you do flow arts or music or anything like that, the more you do sports or whatever, the more your mirror neurons are going to train. And yeah, really good. So yeah, you can go online. You can also try to find in-person stuff. Like I can try to help you find like if there's a local community near you that's hosting like in-person events, like local spin jams and stuff. Like local events where people get together and they spin together and they share information, share tricks and stuff. You can do that kind of stuff, or you can go to flow arts festivals during the summer and spring and fall. Basically during spring, summer, and fall, there are a bunch of flow arts events throughout the entire United States. You can try to find one that's close to you. You can go to it and honestly, like flow arts festivals are probably the best way to learn. It's just that it's kind of a commitment. Like it's camping. You have to, you're basically doing like camping for a whole weekend. Usually you have to feed yourself. Sometimes there's a food truck, but usually you have to like kind of feed yourself. You got to like, be self-sustaining in that sense. Um, which is a lot for some people. Some people don't like camping. I love camping, so it works out really well for me. Um, Flow Festival sounds fun. Yeah. When did you first learn about flow arts? I've never heard about it until you talked about it. It's nice to watch. So I learned about it back in 2015 or so. This guy in my local community was running a show with performers, fire performers and stuff, and I ended up watching it because I had some friends who were doing tricking for the for the venue. Um, and I went and saw it. I saw someone spin a fire rope dart, and I was like, "Wow, I need to learn how to do this stuff. This is so awesome." Uh, is there a flow art that uses LED instead of fire, or is fire a part of the aesthetic? There are three different ways that people spin props. There's day spinning, which is like a practice prop. Like I have my oxbow on me right now, my practice oxbow. You know, obviously it's not on fire, it's not LED, it's just a practice prop. It's really durable, meant to be beat up, meant to be used to learn. Um, Day spinning is really fun. That's what I primarily do. I mostly do day spinning. Then there's also fire spinning. So fire spinning is like, obviously you get to a point where you're confident enough with yourself where you do it on fire and you're like, woo, and it's like really exciting and fun and all that great stuff. Some people hate doing fire spinning. Some people are flow artists and they don't do fire spinning. There are LEDs. So like there's a lot of different LED props. Pretty much every prop has an LED version of it. And yeah, there's a lot of people who really don't like fire spinning, so they get LEDs and they do that instead. And it's really just preference. Like it's absolutely just preference. Actually, you know, here, let me show y'all something real quick. There's an LED spinoptic oxbow, like that prop that I spin, the oxbow. There's an LED version of it, and I really, really want one. They're not gonna be available for a while because like there's like they were selling version 2.0, but they stopped production for version 2.0 and they're working on version 3.0. So like I currently can't buy one of these, but as soon as I'm able to, I probably will. Let me 1 second. So I'm gonna show you guys one of my wait, what? Hold on here. There we go. I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite oxbow spinners. Spinning one of these LED hammers. Wait, why is it not? Oh, there we go. So this is Frank. Love Frank. Amazing guy. Amazing flow artist. Like so good. But look at this. Look at this. Would you just look at it? So the rope, if you notice, the rope is LED. It's actually fiber optic. So like the whole thing is lit up. Like the whole thing is an LED. It looks so cool. Honestly, it looks so cool. I want one so bad. I want one so bad. Uh, like all the tangly stuff I do will look so much better with an LED hammer. Like I like doing fire hammer, but LED hammer with the spin optic is definitely just cool. Oh, that was awesome. It's definitely just cooler. You can do like you can do like split tone, so like you can have half of it like purple and half of it red or green or blue or whatever. Frank kills it. Frank kills it, honestly. Bro's a Jedi. He's amazing. The LED version is like something I need to incorporate into night frisbee golf. Oh, interesting. Um, looks like there's flow arts in your area on Facebook, but the latest posting was like December. Uh, Susie, where do you mind me asking where you live? I'd probably get sleepy doing it because of how mesmerizing it looks. No, trust me. When you're in flow art, like when you're flowing, you're like you're zen, but you're like, oh gosh, Frank, he kills it. But like when you're in the flow state, you are hyper engaged. It's actually the opposite. It looks really chill, but you are like hyper engaged. Why is that so small? I don't know why this one's tiny. You're like in Nebraska? Oh, okay. I don't really know of um let me see. Hold on. Um Nebraska. So I mean, you're in like right in the middle of the country, really. I'm trying to think if there are any flow festivals near Nebraska that I could think of. There's there's an Arkansas Flow Festival that's starting up soon. Like there's a pretty good he also does club stuff. So like here's like him doing LED clubs, but he's got like it's like an LED hammer with kind of cool. Yeah, Kansas is or Nebraska's in kind of a weird spot. There used to be a Flow Fest in Minnesota that's not happening anymore, so that one would have been really close to you. But there is one in Arkansas that's starting up. It's in April. It's late April. You might I think there's one in there might be one in Texas. I don't actually know. Uh yeah, I'm sorry. Like I'm having a hard time. So like a lot of flow artists are in the Midwest, the East, in the far West. Like there's a huge scene in California. There's a huge scene in Ohio, Kentucky, like Michigan, like this whole region. And then there's a huge group of people in like Vermont, Connecticut, New York, that area. So those are generally where a lot of like flow artists congregate, like where the pockets of communities are. All right, let me see what's going on here. There's some Midwest meetups. Yeah, yeah, there's Midwest stuff. It's just like I don't know how far people are willing to travel. You know, I just don't know how to put this into words until later. Things my upbringing, being sheltered. I definitely hope I start sooner rather than later in your 20s. Oh, 20s is still really early. I'm glad you realized. I kind of recently realized. You can really see the motion of the rope with the LED. Yeah. Yeah. This would be a badass Star Wars weapon. Yeah, if you could like hold it without melting your skin off or whatever. Um Okay, so anyway, yeah. So I don't know if that really answers the questions with the flow arts questions or not. Does chat have any more flow arts questions? I'm gonna eat some of these cookies, by the way. I'm starving. I need to eat something so bad. Apparently, I don't know how to drink tea anymore. Hey, Starbush. Thank you for the compliment. All right, I'm gonna eat a couple more of these cookies and let me get some trans lifestyle videos pulled up, some ideas, and we will do a trans lifestyle video. Hey there, Synaptic. Welcome. So happy to you're excited to catch me live. I'm excited you're here catching me live. Welcome. If you guys want to go ahead and hit the like button, that would help me out a lot. I've got my link tree pinned. You can join the Discord. You can watch on Twitch or YouTube, whichever one works for you. And yeah, we got Discord. Fun stuff. We're going to record a video soon. I'm just trying to get everything pulled up and also eat some cookies. I've got some delicious European shortbread cookies. European desserts are just so much better because they're not like 100% sugar. Like European sweets are like the perfect kind of sweet. Like they're like just a little bit sweet. The bad thing about it is that like living in America, if you eat something sweet like in America and then eat some of these shortbread cookies, they taste terrible. But if you haven't had sugar like in a while, they're amazing because they're like the perfect amount of sweet. It's just like our senses, like our sense of taste for sugar is so warped by how much of it is pumped into our stuff in America. That's a pretty funny joke there, Lexi. Um, okay, so the last thing I would say about flow arts, if you are interested in flow arts, if you've been hearing me talk about it, if you've been watching me show it, and you're like, wow, that's really awesome. I would love to do something like that. Feel free to reach out to me. Like, you can message me on Discord. You can just ping me on my Discord or whatever. Like, if you have questions about flow art, feel free to contact me, reach out to me about it. I would love if someone genuinely like if you're genuinely interested in getting involved with it and like doing it and like picking it up as a hobby. I would absolutely love to help you do that. It's something I care about. I want the community to grow, very trans and queer inclusive, and I think it's good for you. Like it's a good hobby to have. If you don't have a hobby, I think you should have one. Like especially with the kind of life that we're living right now, the kind of days. Oh god, the kind of environment we're living in right now. Super necessary. Super necessary. Um Okay, yeah, let me pull up. I'm gonna look at some of these video ideas and eat another cookie. 1 second. Asura says I feel so creepy making the first move. I'm making the first move. If I'm telling you it's okay to DM me about this, I'm the one making the first move. Uh I mean like honestly, my audience is really respectful of my privacy. Most people do not like I'm not against people DMing me. Like if people want to reach out to me, I can't promise that I can respond to everyone in a timely manner, but like my audience is in general really respectful of my time and my privacy. Like when I'm not streaming, like people aren't like there's not a lot of people like DMing me or like reaching out to me and like trying to talk to me. Like less than you would probably think, you know? Um I've had people before where they're like, "Oh, you must get like inundated with tons of messages." Like no, honestly. I really don't. The only place that I do is like Instagram or TikTok and most of that is just like creepy guys online who are like, "Hey there, sweet thing, how you doing?" Could probably help your mental health too. Flow arts is incredibly good for my mental health. I think that flow arts is like one of the things that helps me feel confident about myself. Helps me feel grounded. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. I won't go on and on and on about it more than I already have. I'm trying to be conscious of the fact that my stream are not like you guys are not into flow arts. Like I'm just sharing this because I care about it, but like not everyone in my audience actually cares about it. Okay, yeah. So let me too real with TikTok. Yeah, for real. I have some ideas written down here. I'm not sure which one would be a good idea to do. I'm trying to think of like what would be like appropriate for the moment right now. Like what kind of video would like do okay in the algorithm. For those of you who were wanting a trans lifestyle video, I'm just gonna read some of my ideas, and y'all can tell me if any of them sound good. I mean, they're super generic. None of these are like really specific, but I could be I could be I want to come up with something a little more like nuanced probably than these. These are a little too basic. If it's lifestyle tips, you can definitely clip into a shorter video. Yeah, yeah. So like I'm recording right now. So like I'll just like when I start the video, I'll just like, when I say, "Why hello there, welcome to this video," I'll start there and then I'll just cut it at the end of it. Hey there, Grace. Welcome. So 3 to 5 reasons I knew that I was trans. 3 things I hate about HRT is being trans unnatural question mark. Reacting to trans memes, which I don't want to do because my trans memes videos do terrible. Self-defense, what will work for you. Transition tips, hair care, skincare, advocacy for allies, why I refuse to stealth. We need to talk about passing, transphobic trolls online. We got to talk about them. And then there's like hot topics, that we could talk about, like bathrooms or sports or whatever. The right will never win the culture war. Riverboat Jack style, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kind of how I've been thinking about it because I used to record the videos outside of stream. It took a lot longer. Like it took a lot longer to record them and it took a lot longer to edit them. I don't know what it is about talking about stuff on stream, but I definitely um I do a better job talking about stuff on stream than I do talking about stuff on like when I'm recording. I don't know what it is. Like if I'm recording a video, I have to do takes over and over. I'm like, "Oh, oh," and then I like redo takes over and over. I stumble over my words a bunch. And then editing it takes a lot longer because it's like all so awkward and stilted and I have to like make it sound natural and smooth. But when I'm on stream talking to chat and just chatting, for some reason it all just comes out better. It feels more natural. Yeah, I might misspeak a couple times, but I'm not as bothered about it for some reason, and then editing it just becomes a lot easier. Maybe a video debunking the bigoted talking points. That would be the hot topics. Um, that would be like a hot topic thing. So it would be like frontline cultural war video kind of thing. A makeup tutorial, how to apply makeup and not look like Donald Trump. I'm not super good at makeup. I could do a makeup tutorial like how I do makeup, but I'm gonna be so honest, like I don't feel like I'm very good at makeup, so I don't really feel like that would be um like I don't really feel like that's my wheelhouse, Like I don't know if I would want people to take my advice on makeup or whatever. Um Skin and hair care, advocacy for allies, tips on swimming. Uh I don't swim. I have not gone swimming since I started transition, so I can't give you any other advice on that because I have not tackled that for myself yet. I'm terrified of buying a two-piece swimsuit. I'm terrified of it. Absolutely horrified by the prospect of buying a two-piece swimsuit. Let's see. Not good at makeup either. Well, I mean, I'm not like a professional makeup artist and also like, being raised AMAB, not really taught how to do any of that. Uh kind of avoided it for a long time because of internalized transphobia. So the past 2 years have really been me, like, crash course trying to figure out how to do makeup. And I feel like I do an okay job, but, like, I don't feel like I'm, like, super good at it or anything. Like, I really, you know what I mean? Transition tips. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be more specific. Like, I need to, like, hook it to, like, a relevant point or something. Like, I'm trying to think of, okay, so, like, forever ago, I did a video, actually a year ago, I did a video called, oh, no, actually, it was in November, so it was a little more than a year ago. I did a video called 5 Tips for LGBTQIA people for the Trump second term or whatever. That video blew up. It was absolutely massive. It was huge. And I think I kind of want to do like a revisit of like not that video, but like the topic of like, okay, we're a year in to the Trump term. Like what how has my advice changed? Or has my advice changed or whatever? Yeah. I don't really know, but I don't really know exactly what I would say. Like I haven't really fleshed that idea out enough probably. Um I don't know. I struggle with it because like yeah, I could do like a hair care video. I could do like a makeup video, but I'm not really sure that like I don't know. I feel like so many people have already done that. Like I kind of feel like there's already a lot of transition tips videos out there made by other people, and it makes me feel like redundant to do it. You could do 5 tips on how LGBTQ plus peeps can be involved in community organizing. That's a great idea. Mutual indivisible. Yeah, I mean, like that's a good idea for sure. That's for sure true. Um, and I've done videos like that before, and that's definitely like more my wheelhouse. More of like something that fits the theme of my channel. Um, yeah, and that could be relevant because of like ice and like we've seen with ice that like community organizing makes like a lot of a difference. Like community organizing is actually like the one thing that we have right now to exercise power in this situation. Like the only way we can really stand up against what's going on. 5 tips can be involved in community organization. Okay, yeah, let me try to come up with like 5 ways to get involved with organizing. And the title is going to have to be like 5 ways to fight back against the trans genocide or something. Like is like what that's going to have to be. Like the title is going to have to be clickbaity obviously. I've met a lot of younger queer folks who are reluctant to go until they see another queer person is already involved. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Hope core. Yeah, I mean like my content tends to be like that because like I'm not as doomer as some other people. Like I'm doomer. Like like things are bad. You know, things are really bad. Like I'm not trying to say that things aren't bad or that like whatever, but there are a lot of people who are a lot more doomer than me. 5 things you must do to survive. Oh gosh, that's a little too harsh for me. But yeah, something it's gonna be something like that. 5 things, um, or 5 ways to combat the trans genocide or something like that. The Twin Cities has had very well organized communities. We've had a lot of practice since 2020. What you've seen is grassroots efforts at its best. Yes. Yes, that is true. That is true. You're not a doomer, you're an end of worlder. Uh, uh. Okay, let me try to think of these 5 things. So 5 ways to get involved with organization. I guess tip number 1 would be, like, DSA or, Progressive Victory or gosh, I'm trying to think of, like, what other, National Socialist Rifle Association is that called SRA? Is that what that's called? I'm actually unsure. Uh, I feel like I'm way positive, oddly enough. Yeah, I mean, like, things are really bad, right? But, at least in terms of, like, being a queer individual, things are not gonna be this bad forever, and they're gonna get better. So that's where my hope comes from because, like, this is, like, a temporary regression societally. It's already, like, moving back the other direction. Like, woke is already coming back, and we're only a year into the Trump admin. Okay, so DSA or Progressive Victory, Socialist Rifle Association. I don't know what other groups. There's like tons of groups politically. There's also like local book clubs or uh community center group. Um, organize your neighborhood. Oh, organize your neighborhood could be like a completely different talk to your neighbors. That's a good one. Like that could be like a whole point in and of itself. Hi, all just got home from work. Time to make dinner. Welcome home from work, Gwen. Hope you had a good day. Hope you enjoy your dinner. Freddie just used the litter box, so it's gonna smell terrible in here. Community organization is definitely something that could use tips in my town. Is like nothing for LGBTQ people at all. Oh, it might have to start with you. Is the thing. I know me as okay, so let's see. We've got DSA or Progressive Victory, Social Rights Association, local book clubs, community center groups, talk to your neighbors. Um, uh, whew, whew. What else? Why am I blanking so hard? It's hard to think. When you're rural, you got to reach out and get out of your way. I spent gas money to get people across the county to come to a support group. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Support groups are another really good way. So that's gonna be tip number 4. Um, I don't know. There are local groups in your area, but since you haven't come out, you're still nervous to go. Oh, well, they're gonna be like the most accepting out of anybody, you know? I have no idea how to start yet, so I definitely need to learn to politics in general is very new for me, I guess. That's okay. Um, it's easier than you think. Like you just have to be like have a willingness to be involved and be involved in some way, and that's like a lot of it. Uh, would would like creating be a good option. Like it's not really about organizing like with an actual group, but like doing art or uh creating like content or writing a book or doing any of that is it's not really the same as like community organizing, but it does have like a similar really good benefit. Yeah, there are a lot of ways to get involved. I guess I'm having trouble, like, splitting it into 5 things or whatever. Thank you for the input. Yeah, so the 5 points I have right now, point 1 would be a DSA, Progressive Victory, Social Rifleist Association, Socialist Rifle Association, Jesus. Tons of groups like that. Um, Local book clubs or community center groups. Um, Talk to your neighbors, support groups, local advocacy groups, and create. Those are the 5 tips that I have. Yeah, no, I think that's good. Um, cool. I think we'll just run with it. Don't be nervous. That's your community, and you deserve to be a part of it. Aw, yeah, that's so true. Also, see if you have local Indivisible. Yeah, Indivisible and mutual aid. All right. I really appreciate it when you cover news and politics relating to trans issues. It's really hard to find people talking about this subject. Thank you, Synaptic. I'm gonna have for those of you who have just hopped into stream recently, Mondays are my news and politics streams. Wednesdays are my gaming streams, and Fridays are my just chatting sort of like trans lifestyle, flow arts, just chatting casual streams or whatever. So we sort of have like a good mix of stuff, right? So yeah, Monday I'll be doing that, and I'm gonna record a video on Monday probably. So chat is moving so fast. Uh, when you're rural, you gotta reach out and go out of your way. Oh yeah, I already read that. Thank you everyone for liking the stream, by the way. That's really awesome. It's definitely helping out a lot with the viewers and okay, I think we're almost ready to start. See if there's a FetLife group locally. They're usually really affirming. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. All of those are out of my town, basically. Can't wait for Sunday. Gonna make some fried onion burger. Oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. All right. We're gonna get ready to record. Should I put chat on screen or no? I will say, when I'm recording the video, if there are any mods present, I would appreciate it if, like, you can just like tap, or not tap. You can time people out if they get rowdy or whatever. It's gonna be hard for me to pay attention. You hit like when you got here. Thank you. We will behave. Well, I'm not worried about you guys. I'm worried about the trolls and stuff. Ugh. I don't want my on screen chat in a video to be like really toxic. Here, let me get Okay. Actually, I feel like it should come in from the bottom. Why is it like, why is chat come in the opposite? Mm, yeah, it doesn't give me an option to flip it. Bizarre. Bizarre. Should be okay as long as Freddy is zapped by shot collar. People will do things for you, you know what I mean? If you have no local media, you can't do it with public transit. Sometimes an online search can take a while. Petting Fred. He's being super, super needy. He's a needy boy. Guess what? That wasn't backwards before. What? Really? Oh, you mean like when I used to like back in the day? Like months and months ago? Oh, whatever. We're just gonna run with it. We're just gonna run with it. Chat's gonna pop in from the top for some reason. I feel like it's better when it pops up from the bottom, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. All right. Well, the chat on screen was bottom up. Yeah, that's I don't I don't know why Restream does this. Like it's because I'm using Restream. I'm almost sure of it. Like I'm almost guaranteed positive for sure it's because of that. Yeah, everyone act natural. Ah. Okay. 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 Me. Could also crop us out later. No, like I could just hide the chat. Like I could just hide chat, but I like having chat on screen. I think it's cool. Especially for a video because like if you watch the VOD of the stream, you can just open chat and see it like literally there. But yeah. Sorry, I gotta go before it starts. I work in the morning, night out. No, no problem at all. You have a great night, Johanna. Think or Johanna. I don't know actually how you want how it's pronounced. I'm sorry. But have a great night. Thank you for being here. Glad you were able to come to your first stream. Awesome. Okay. Lexi. Okay. Why hello there and welcome to this video. I am here with Chat. Chat is joining me today on this venture. As you may or may not be aware, I am now recording my videos on stream. So if you want to be a part of that, come join my streams so that you can be a part of Chat and the wonderful stuff that's happening while we're here. It's a great time. You don't want to miss it. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about something that I've talked about a couple times on my channel, but something that I will continue to talk about because it's important. And that is what you can do to make sure that you're fighting against the trans genocide that's happening in our society right now. That is what I said. I said what I said, and I mean what I said. We are going through a period of time right now where societally things are so bad for trans people that it is tantamount genocide. Essentially, society is like there are rules being created, there are laws being created, there are laws being attempted to be like they're attempting to pass laws that are very dystopian. Things are very rough right now. And we're living through like an age of regression where essentially progress is being clawed back by some of the most hateful people. Some of the loudest minority in our country is essentially trying to claw things back and take us back to the dark ages. So It's hard. It's a hard time right now, and I understand why people might be depressed. I understand why people might be afraid. I understand why people might be worried and concerned about the future. I'm also worried and concerned about the future. But the thing about that is that I'm not going to say that we should sit back and do nothing. I'm not going to say that we should just let this happen. And as a matter of fact, I think that we should do everything that we can to fight back and to push for progress and to do things to make the country and your situation better. Like a lot of people on the right are very easily motivated to get involved politically, and I wish that it were the same on the left. If we were able to motivate people on the left to be as engaged as people on the right, then we would not have a lot of the problems that we have right now. So, one thing I'd like to encourage you to do is just get involved no matter what. But we're going to go through 5 different things that you can do to try to help fight the transgenocide, things that you can do to help make things better and to push for a better future. So, tip number one is to get involved with some kind of local political organization. So, this is like the most obvious tip ever. Like, you got DSA, Progressive Victory, Socialist Rifle Association, tons of groups. There are tons of groups. Sometimes there's like local political affiliated groups, sometimes like Indivisible or whatever else is available in your local community. Do some research, look around, see what's open to you, see what's close to you, see what's an option, and then pick that thing and go for it. I think a lot of leftists tend to overcomplicate this part where they're like, oh yeah, maybe I should do DSA, or maybe I should do Socialist Rifle Associate. Maybe I should do Indivisible. I don't know. Maybe I should do this. Like, just pick one. Just pick one and get involved. Like, you don't need to pick the perfect thing. Like, you don't need to do the perfect action. Like, you just need to do something, right? You don't need to overanalyze or like, oh, is this the best cost benefit analysis for what I'm doing? Like, just decide, like, I want to make a difference. Find a group that's trying to make a difference and get involved and try to help perpetuate, making a difference. So, that is tip number one. It's really simple, but I feel like it's something that we need to talk about more on the left. That like we need people to be involved. Like if you're feeling helpless, if you're feeling sad, if you're doomer and you're black pilled and you're really really scared about the future, I promise you, I pinky promise you that getting involved with an organization like this and actually putting in some work and doing things will make you feel better. You will feel less shitty. You will feel more like you're actually doing something to fight back, which doesn't actually necessarily change the the actual outcomes or the situation that we're currently living in inherently, but it does push for towards that better future, and it will help you feel like, hey, at least I'm doing something. And that's a big deal. Like honestly, like I think we tend to like overanalyze things and be like, well, I don't know if I'm making the most effective decision right now. No, just get involved. Just get involved. There's always, you can always change later. Like you get involved with DSA, that doesn't work out. You're like, oh, okay, maybe I'll go somewhere else and try something else. Right? Gonna try to make this video snappy, so we're gonna jump right into point number two: local book clubs or community center groups. I think this is actually vastly overlooked on the left, and it's something like community book clubs or organizations that you can find that are not really politically motivated, but are sort of just like local groups that people are involved in. Like this could be a Pilates class, this could be a book club, this could be an art club, this could be uh, so many things. This could be so many things. I mean, this could be like you going to your local community center and saying, "Hey, I'd like to teach an art class." And because you're progressive and because you're on the left and you're teaching an art class, it gives you an opportunity to interact with the community. It gives you an opportunity to interact with people, get to know them. And maybe not everyone in your class or everyone in your group is going to be amicable or kind or even a good person, but it gives you the opportunity to create connections with people that are potential good allies or people that are potentially queer themselves. And you can build that support network. You can build that local support network, but you can also touch the hearts and minds of people. You're in a book club, you can help normalize being trans in public, interacting with people, being queer in public. Now, maybe you might feel a little bit of resistance. I don't know. Maybe you feel a little scared to do something like this. I don't know. but I'm just telling you that this is actually a really effective way to make a difference on a community level. And this is something that, again, right wingers are exceptionally good at doing. They're really good at motivating their base and moving their base into action. And so, like, we need to get better at that as well on the left. Like, we absolutely have to. We are the majority. Like, the left is the majority in this country. The conservative movement is the minority. They're just a vocal minority that's really good at taking action, and the left is a quiet majority that is really ineffectual at taking political action. So you see what I'm saying here? I think there's a consistent theme that everyone is going to get into here. Let me read a couple chats real quick. So good luck and keep looking. If after a while you find you have outgrown that town, don't hesitate to look for ways to move to a place where you can find that community. That's a really good point. Maybe you get involved locally and you realize that things aren't great there. You could like by networking locally, getting involved locally, you could find out about other people that live in your area that maybe know about a city next to you that's like way more effectual and has like a bigger program that maybe has more outreach. And then you can get involved there. Like, kind of one of the things that people underestimate when getting involved with this kind of stuff is that like networking is like the primary thing that we're talking about. When you network with people, your potentiality explodes. Like you go from knowing no one and having no action that you can take to knowing people and knowing what actions you can take. And that kind of moves you from this like, oh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to find support. I don't know where to turn to. I don't know who to talk to. You go from being in that camp to being like, oh, well, if something really bad happens, I'll just talk to so and so, and we'll get a group of people together, and we'll organize, and we'll do this thing together, and we'll take action together, and we'll make a difference. And then you feel better because you like have potentiality, you have actionable steps that you can take because you've done the networking, you've done the building the network, which is really important. Number 3, talk to your neighbors. Talk to your neighbors. I know that this is something that leftists everywhere will never do. Like honestly, I don't think that many leftists will listen to this advice. And it's unfortunate, but it is something that I wish that we would do more often. Just talk to your neighbors. You know, they live next to you. Just like be honest and open with them and friendly. You know, like you don't have to be like really shy and anxious and weird. Just be confident that like you are who you are and you know like you want to live a good happy life and you want to be kind to your neighbor. And so you treat them with the kind of respect that you would want to be treated with until maybe they prove that they're not worthy of it. But the point being is that by talking with your neighbors, you have an opportunity to expose them to queer culture and to expose them to a queer individual or someone who's a part of the LGBTQ community, or even someone who's just an ally if you're just an ally watching. You know, like being involved and knowing your neighbors gives you the opportunity to build relationships there so that when things happen, again, you have networking, you have people you can turn to, you know who's safe and who's not safe in your neighborhood. That's a huge part of it, is knowing like, hey, the person that lives literally next to me is a disgusting maggot chud who wants me to suffer, but the person living across from me is like one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and I genuinely know I could turn to them if something were to happen and I would need help or support. I know that they would have my back. So that's a big deal. That's a super big deal. And then of course there's the potentiality of like you meet some people in your local neighborhood, they become friendly with you. You help push them to the left over time because you can influence their politics by having a relationship with that individual. And like honestly, like that's kind of like one of the biggest reasons why right wingers have so much control over the cultural narrative is because right wingers are so involved in like board meetings and networking and community organizing and book clubs and community center groups and talking to their neighbors. Like they do this stuff so they're able to spread their cultural message really effectively. Whereas leftists have a really hard time spreading the cultural message that we're trying to perpetuate. And if we got better at that, we would be doing a lot better. So 4 would be support groups, local advocacy groups, indivisible mutual aid, that kind of stuff. This is similar to point number 1, but the difference being that you're looking specifically for a group that advocates for trans rights. You're looking for like a queer support group where like this is kind of the option for people who are terrified to do anything outside of our community. Now, I would encourage you if you're a leftist, like DSA. Oh, we're gonna have a little Freddy cam while I'm chatting. DSA or anything local like the Socialist Rifle Association, anything politically locally left like is going to have a lot of queer accepting trans inclusive people in it. Like that's just a natural thing that's going to happen when you go to those kinds of groups. You know, there may not be perfect allies. Like there might be some people who are maybe not the best allies, but that gives you an opportunity to help them grow as allies, right? Regardless, if you're getting involved with these local groups, you know, like let's say you have a local trans support group where you go and you and a bunch of uh other trans folk talk about, you know, your week or things you're going through, you talk about your struggles, you talk about your wins, you talk about all of it. You are networking. It's not just a selfish thing. It's not just like a oh hey you know like I'm doing this because I'm really depressed and that's what I'm trying to get out of it. Like you're also making friends, making building a support network, and building up potential connections that can help lead you down a more effective path in the future. And also there's something really important about this. If you're not in a good place mentally, if you're not in a good place like in terms of your mental health, you are not going to be an effective advocate. And so something like a support group can help put you on a path towards like improving your situation, improving your mental health, improving your life, building support so that you can feel encouraged and strong. And that way you can put the energy out there to support our community rather than being someone who, you know, is struggling to support themselves. You get to a point where you feel confident in yourself, you feel confident in your presentation, your personality, the support network that you have, and then you can pay that forward to other people and help other people. You know, like even if it's literally like let's say you get involved with a local support group, they help you build up your confidence, they help you feel better, they help you feel supported and encouraged. And then like 3 months down the road, another trans person joins the support group and you end up being the person that helps them feel welcomed and safe and encouraged and they like click with you, you know. So like you got to think about it like that. Like we're not talking like you're going to be the next president of the United States or you're going to run for Senate or whatever. We're talking about like building a network of people who are engaged enough to be helpful and help perpetuate and encourage and support the leftist movement that's in our country that is struggling to actually do stuff. Let me read a couple comments here. You won't know if there's a potential community already surrounding you waiting to be activated until you look. That is so true. Yeah, if you don't ever do anything or reach out or try, then you just don't know. Grassroots progress is very healthy and it does solve problems from the ground up. Yep. I plan to start volunteering this spring, but it's been really hard with social phobia and agoraphobia. My writing helps a little, but I want to contribute to the cause I write about. Yeah, no, that's a great thing, and I encourage you to get involved. And I'm really proud of you for tackling your anxieties to try to be more effective. Like I think that that's really courageous, and I think that that's you know the kind of attitude that I'm not trying to like talk down to people who are like stuck in their feelings, right? That are like struggling with anxiety or anything like that. But I do think that we need to move in this direction of like, I understand that you may be socially anxious, but that's not an excuse, right? Like you saying, "Hey, I'm socially anxious," doesn't mean now you don't have to do anything and you're excused from any political anything. Like I think that that just means that like, hey, you have something that you're working on, something you're struggling with. You know, look for a path forward in that direction and try to find something that works for you. Bring them a pie. This is about talking to your neighbors. It's such an old thing. Um, that like GI generation and older did, but it's a great icebreaker to be like, "Hello, I'm your neighbor and here's food." It's like an olive branch. Yes. Yeah, no, that's a really great idea. Yeah, it doesn't have to be literally a pie, but like just, you know, if you've never really talked to your neighbors, just bring them over like a treat. Like you make like a cherry cobbler, you make a pie, you make something. You take it over there and you're like, "Hey, we've never really chatted, or I've never really properly introduced myself, and you know, uh, I just wanted to take a moment to be like, hey, and here's a nice little treat, and I hope you're doing well, and maybe sometime we can shoot the shit or something if I see you. Like, you don't have to become best friends with these people, but like just like extending an olive branch, building a little bit of rapport, uh, to the point where like, oh, you see him pull into the driveway, and you're like, hey Jim, how you doing today? How was your day, Jim? And Jim's like, oh, my day was good. And then now that person, has some sort of connection to you, and that way, if you put a leftist flag on your lawn, or like a sign or something, they're not going to be like, "Oh, this libtard, this gar." Like, you're just going to like, they're going to be like, "Oh, that's just this person who is leftist that I know." You know what I mean? Like, it kind of like humanizes you to people. Where like we have this issue where like there's like a stereotype of a leftist that's being perpetuated, and we're not doing enough to defeat that stereotype because we're all socially anxious and afraid to be engaged enough with our local community in order to fight that stereotype. I have a pretty big testimonial about the effect of our trans support group that grew into 500 plus member support network of trans women. Exactly, Grace. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, people tend to undervalue something like you go to a support group because you need help. But what you don't understand about going to a support group is that you go because you need help, and then you get the help, and then you become the helper, right? Like, there's a path there. It's not just like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to people about how anxious I am." Like, no, you're going to get support and help to improve your situation, so that then you can then help support someone else improve their situation. All right, so we're gonna move on now to point number 5 here. And point number 5 is less about like organizing, less about like getting involved with groups, and less about doing any of that. It's more about just creating, being active as someone who makes art, someone who writes, someone who does any kind of like what I'm doing right now, creating content online. I've got people watching me. I've got people who have benefited from watching my content. I'm encouraging people to go out and do community organization, which is something that I try to involve myself with, something that I try to get involved with so that I can, walk the walk and not just talk the talk. But this is definitely an important thing. We need more art out there with good trans representation. We need people out there who are good at writing queer characters, and people that can write books about the queer experience, people that can, you know, help reach a broader audience. Just like good representation and saturating culture with appropriate content is huge, especially with AI. There's a lot of people that are able to perpetuate a lot of racist, bigoted, transphobic content online, because they don't like. The thing is that a lot of artists are not bigots. Most artists are not bigots. So like, there aren't a lot of real artists making bigoted artwork or making bigoted anything. Like, that is like almost entirely the wheelhouse of AI. AI is the thing that bigots go to because they're creatively bankrupt, and they say, I need you to make me a funny meme about the transgenders." And that's what they do. That is what they do. We need to combat that. And I'm gonna be honest, like, AI art is disgusting and soulless and terrible. So if you're a leftist and you make real art that is good and helpful and encouraging and good, then like it's just better all around. It's not this soulless slop art. It's like actually something good. So what I recommend is that, like, pick up a pen. If you're an artist, draw some web comics. Make like an Instagram or a Facebook or whatever, and just draw some web comics that are queer inclusive. Do something like that. Make some videos. Maybe you have a specific particular interest. Maybe you get involved with a local support group, or maybe not a support group, but maybe you get involved with DSA or something, and then you start a YouTube channel and you start talking about what you're doing in DSA, and you try to spread the message. Or maybe you get involved with a podcast. Like, you go to a support group and you meet two other trans folk, and you decide to start a podcast where you talk about trans lifestyle stuff, and you talk about whatever you want to talk about, queer, anything, honestly. And stuff like that can build a following. Stuff like that can have cultural impact. Stuff like that can help educate allies, can help bring more information out there. I mean, that is why I am here on the YouTube right now, is because I am doing everything I can to try to stand up for my community and to try to help people realize what they got to do to get through this dark time and to try to fight back against the regression that we're facing. Now, I do think that we are going to see a cultural backlash to the regression. Like woke 2 is going to happen. We are going to have um a surge of wokeness basically once the I mean the right wing is burning through all the goodwill they could possibly ever have, right? And eventually things will come back for us. But we need to make sure that we're building cultural and societal infrastructure to prevent this kind of thing from ever happening again. Like, we need to seize on the moment that we are living in right now. Right now, there is more awareness of trans people than there have ever been, ever. And queer people in general, honestly. Like, this is the most representation or understanding or awareness that non binary, queer, trans people have ever had, right? And that's because the right wing has spent so much time and energy talking about us and putting us on the spotlight and making it such a big deal. We need to try to capitalize on that. Like, people are paying attention to the issue, so we should try to make as much informative, educational, encouraging, supportive, friendly content that we can make. Like, if you're here's a really good one, actually. This is like, out of all of these creatives, I think this is actually one of the better ones that you can do. This is gonna well, maybe not actually, because like you might not make it, but like there is there are a lot of trans comedians that I've been seeing online lately, like on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts or whatever. Like a lot of trans comedians that are killing it, absolutely killing it. Because like right wingers are like talking about over and over. They're talking about um how like they're trying to make like trans jokes, right? But they're not funny. It's just bigotry, right? Oh, hold on one second. Sorry, I just had a crash. Um, there we go. My YouTube crashed for a second. Oh, that completely derailed my train of thought. Oh yeah. So trans comedians have been kind of growing massively online lately, and they're genuinely really funny because they know how to joke about queer stuff in a way that's like actually funny and engaging and interesting. Whereas like a lot of right-wing comedians are not even funny anymore. They're not even culturally relevant. Like people like genuinely do not care about a lot of these right-wing comedians because they've sort of trashed their content by just hyper fixating on these culture war issues in a way that's not even funny. It's literally just bigoted. They're like, I'm a bigot. Isn't that hilarious? Like that's literally their joke. Like their joke is like, haha, bigotry, haha. And like that just doesn't sell anymore. Like people are not really into that. All right. Right wing is deciding themselves. Oh, I don't know how to. I don't know what that means. Maybe we could create an identifiable picture book for MAGA so they could understand what other people might be going through. Is that supposed to be like a slam on MAGA? Like they need a picture book to understand what's going on? The support group thing is huge. I was going through big depressive episodes stemming from feeling disconnected. Just talking to people and sharing my passions greatly improved my outlook on life. Weird Potato, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree that there are a lot of ways in which being connected helps and makes people feel hope and it just helps you realize that things aren't as bad as the right wants you to believe. Like culturally, people don't hate trans people. The majority of Americans are either indifferent or supportive. Like the amount of people that are actually transphobic, and staunchly bigoted are it's a small group of people because like how much of a freak do you have to be like spending time online like hating on trans people like you have to be like one of the most sad pathetic people I've ever heard of in my entire life like sit in your grandma's basement, your mom's basement, your dad's basement, uh typing online trying to attack minority populations? Like, do you not have any hobbies? Do you not have, like, a wife? Do you not have, like, friends? Do you not have, like, anything to do? Apparently not, so, yeah. So we've got a troll in chat, and I'm just ignoring them because they're just spreading misinformation. Um, like, obviously, what they're saying is just idiotic. I don't really need to respond to it. It's just, like, brain dead stuff that they're saying. So, anyway, those are the 5 points, get involved with your local community, get involved with political organization groups, make content, find a support group if you want to, and get involved there. There's a lot of different ways that you can make a difference, and a lot of different ways that you can advocate for change and encourage change. And yeah, it's just it's important that everyone really gets involved and does what they can because the right wing are politically involved. They spend a lot of time, money, and energy pushing their unpopular cultural narrative, and that's the only way that they can make progress. That's the reason why they do what they do is because that like the right wing narrative is not like what they actually want to do is not congruent with the narrative. They have to lie to try to hook people in, and then they have to like pr- uh it's a really disgusting thing that the right wing has to do. Like they have to basically use a bunch of falsehoods, just deceptions, and dog whistles to hide their true intent, which has honestly been peeled back over the years. Like since Donald Trump has gotten into office over the past 10 years, and since he has been taken over the Republican Party, a lot of the dog whistling is basically gone. Like people are just literally overtly bigoted and racist, and the majority of Americans do not like that and do not stand for that and do not want that. So they if they want to keep shooting themselves in the foot, I think that's great. We need to take actions every single step of the way to help encourage Americans to move to the left, and not only just for like trans rights issues and stuff, but like honestly, we need to encourage people to be able to accept like radical transformative leadership. Like we need to encourage people on the left who may be like more of a moderate Democrat type to like push them further to the left so that they accept, progressive candidates because there's this whole like democratic establishment pressure that's built up all over the place where essentially it's hard for people to accept the progressive candidate because like the mainstream media is gonna treat them like garbage. Like look at Mamdani, right? Like leading up to his election, he was talked about like he was a loser. He was treated like crap. A lot of the Democratic Party refused to endorse him, and it's unfortunate. But like he was able to get elected because of people getting out there and talking about him and people um talking about his agenda and what he actually wants to do and like combating this awful narrative. Like that is what we need to do. We need to do stuff like that. We need to canvas. We need to get involved. We need to educate people. We need to get everyone informed. We need to build networks of people that are able to take action when necessary and be moved into political action. All of that stuff is very important. All of that stuff is way more important. Yeah, mask off is fantastic and speed up repair and recovery. Yeah, like the Republicans being so mask off over the past year has radicalized so many people to the left. Like honestly, like I've mentioned this before, I'm not an accelerationist, but I got to be real. Like all of the damage that the right has done to the country, to everything over the past year, like it's really like his approval Trump's approval ratings have plummeted faster than I thought possible. And not only that, but like like what we saw with the special elections last time. The special elections freaking like the Democrats like plus 20 points over the Republicans. You know what I mean? Like massive swing towards the Democrats. So, you know, it's just one of those things that like if we organize, if we build a network, if we really get things going, there's basically no way that the right wing can stop us. And if we have a successful presidency where we get someone in office who like Mamdani is able to actually get stuff done, then the right wing will never win. They'll never win again. If we elect an actual progressive candidate who's able to get like universal health care, or to get like free college, or pretty much any of the big ticket issues on the left, if they're able to do any of that, then like the right wing will literally just be dead. The Republican Party will literally be dead. I mean, the Republican Party might be dead even if the Democrats do nothing. Like, that's the sad part, is that like Donald Trump has made the Republican Party his bitch. They're all on their knees for him. And like, he's going to die soon. And then when he dies, the cult of personality is going to die with him. And the movement is going to die with the cult of personality. Like these people are not going to be MAGA after Trump dies, because there's going to be no one who can uphold the cult of personality the way that Trump does. And so like, the Republican Party is going to be in complete disrepair. They're going to be completely screwed over. They're going to be completely lost and confused. Their narrative is going to be all messed up. They're going to have no concrete direction. There's going to be a power struggle because of a power vacuum that's going to lead to there being a split within the actual base itself. And it's, you know, it's pretty amazing. But if we group up as Democrats and as leftists, I'm not a Democrat, but as leftists, we can actually do something. Like, we can take hold of this cultural moment. We can do something with the cultural power that we will inherit from the disgusting overreach that has been perpetuated by the Trump administration. And if we do everything possible, we are looking at a potential future where things could get better. Things could actually get better. Like, imagine an America where things actually get better instead of just continually getting worse. Can you imagine that? I can imagine that. And it's a great America. But I don't think that's the America that we live in right now. And the reason why we don't live there is because there are people who are not engaged on the left enough. They're not doing things on the left. They're online arguing in Facebook comment sections, but they're not going out and, you know, doing a DSA meeting, or reading books, or creating content, or getting involved with local support groups, or getting involved with like a community book club, or whatever. Whatever, you know? Anyway, I am going to wrap up this video. Thank you all for being here and for watching the video. I hope that everyone enjoys these new videos where I'm like making it on stream. I think it's nice to have chat on stream, or on screen. It's kind of nice to engage with chat as well. I think that like, it's fun. It helps, you know, improve the quality of the stream. I enjoy recording these videos live. I think it helps make it more conversational. You know, like, chat can add input, but also like, it just makes it feel more conversational to me. Like, I feel less like I'm just talking. Like, I'm not as freaked out by the fact that I'm recording right now for some reason. I don't know why it's different, but like, when I'm not streaming and I try to record, I get really, really nervous, and it's really like hard to make a good video. But when I'm streaming, I can just yap. Like, I can just yap and yap and yap and yap and yap. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for everyone in chat, especially the people who are MAGA chuds, because actually, if you're in my chat, being a MAGA chud, you're literally just helping me. You're pushing the trans agenda. You are turning the frogs gay, as they say. So thank you so much to all of the left people in chat, all the right people in chat. You're all helping my channel grow. You're all improving the situation for trans rights in America, and continue to do things, you know, share. Even if you just share my channel, that is one simple way right now. If you want to take action right now, share my channel with like friends and family, you know, get some allies informed, get them watching this kind of content, get them watching streams from a real trans person, so that we can humanize our community to people who are not humanized, like, or that are not, you know, aware of how wrong the stereotypes are. And, you know, subscribe, like the video. If you want to help me out and help me make content, I am doing this full time right now. So please, please, please help support me. I have a Patreon. Would really love that. You can tip me, like, you can do like a super thanks or whatever they're called, which is basically a tip on the video. You can super chat me when I'm live, which I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Monday are politics streams, news and politics. Wednesday is gaming. Friday is just chatting. You can join any or all of those streams on Twitch or YouTube. So those are everywhere that I'm at, basically. I've got a link tree in the description of my video. You can follow that link tree, but I'm going to try to remember to I'm just going to post all my links in the description of the video. So if you go to the description of the video you're watching right now, you should see like all of my individual links. We've got a Discord, again, Twitch, YouTube, all that wonderful stuff. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here, being involved. And I have one little tiny thing to ask of you as we get going here, something that I think is pretty important, especially if you want to be an effective individual in the world. You got to make sure that you stay hydrated. Okay, that's the video. That's the video. No, stream is not about to end. That was the end of the video. So I hope that chat understood that. I know that that's confusing. I don't know. I should just make it more clear when I'm talking. I should say, oh, now that we're wrapping up the video, right? So I'll try to make that more clear in the future. It's something I've been thinking about. It's just hard to hold on. Let me turn on. For some reason, monetization is off. I got to turn it on, and then I'm gonna start putting ads in. So just letting you all know, I'm gonna start blasting ads. I would love it if you were to stick around and watch some ads for me. That would help me out a lot, help me make a little money. So please, if you don't mind, just stick around and enjoy some chats while we do stuff. Here, I'll take chat off screen now. Adam says, "Why do you have chat on screen?" Because I was doing a video. OMG, the chat moving, it's giving you a tick attack. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're doing okay. Therapy works better. Therapy is actually why I'm out as trans. So yeah, therapy does work. It helps you figure out who you are. It helps you arrive at, the proper conclusions and find help and support. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. Planet Fitness ad. That's funny. Our girl has some sponsorships. No. I don't have any sponsorships. Zero sponsorship. I'm clicking the ad button on YouTube and it's putting in ads. I am not sponsored by any of these people. My name is Cade. Is that how you pronounce it? Cade? I'll try to remember that. Thank you for informing me. Hey Quinn, welcome. You just missed a video recording, which is fine. You actually probably would have had some good input on the video we just recorded. You didn't get an ad and you want one? I'm hitting the button. I honestly, like, it makes me really freaking annoyed how, like, there's no transparency with this ad button. Like, the button says insert ad. I click it, it goes gray for like 5 seconds, and then it turns white again. And it says ad inserted, learn more. I don't know what that means. Let me see if it gives me any. Yeah, it doesn't give me literally any. You can manually select the breaks. It is not guaranteed that all viewers will get a mid-roll ad. If no ad runs, viewers will continue to watch your live stream. If a viewer skips the ad, they will rejoin the live stream. Your viewers may not see ads at the same time. I don't know. It really doesn't give me any information about it, like, at all, which is really annoying. You'll see it later? Yeah. I'll try to edit it tonight and have it up tomorrow. You're old enough to make your own decisions, but kids shouldn't get the surgery. You know what's funny about that? They're not. Like, it doesn't happen. Kids are not getting SRS. So you're just wrong. You've discredited yourself like a bunch of times. Earlier, you said that 41% of transgender people regret being trans. That's actually not true and you're literally just wrong. So like I don't want to engage with you because like what am I just going to tell you that you're like you're wrong. That's the end of the conversation. I don't know I don't know what to say to people like you. That's stupid. But you are supporting my channel. Like again, you're pushing the trans agenda. Like none of the comments you made in that video matter. Like they're not doing anything to push the right wing agenda. You're actually just making my channel do better. I have no agenda except that you all have a better experience. Pay for YouTube. Fair enough. I do think paying for premium is a really good idea. Let you know if I get an ad. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm not like I'm just gonna keep hitting the ad button. I don't really know what gender dysphoria is extremely uncommon. Oh my gosh. No way. You're telling me that 1% of the population is a small percentage of the population? Like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Mm, mm, mm. Basic ass talking point. Yeah. Way less than 1%, by the way. Like I don't know. I've heard it is supposedly way less than 1%. I don't know what the actual number is, but it's low. I mean like we are a small part of the United States. Did you have that regurgitated to you from your JK mummy bird? Yeah, did you get baby birded that misinformation from JK Rowling? Did she vomit that misinformation into your mouth after chewing it repeatedly? That's so funny. So funny. All right, I'm gonna eat a couple more of these cookies while I pump these ads directly into the live stream. Apparently, so yeah, here I'm gonna. Um, 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 um. Also, I did want to say I don't want any of you to feel like you have to debate against the trolls in chat. If you do want to debate against them in chat, you can. But I'm just warning you, it's not good for your mental health to argue with these people. I do it because it makes good content. Don't do it. Like, just don't do it, please. Save yourself the brain damage of dealing with these people. 1.2 is what I work with. I still think that's pretty high though. 1.2 what? Quinn, I didn't quite understand. Oh, 1.2%. Okay. I see what you're saying. I get it. I get it. I get it. Took a second there. That's all you can say to people that are dumb, Leah. Anyway, y'all, work tomorrow. Take care. Keep slaying. Oh, thank you, Citron. Yeah, I saw a couple people going while I was recording the video. Unfortunately, I couldn't say goodbye to everyone. Sorry for those of you who left during the video and I couldn't say goodbye to you. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's so cold. Yeah, it's really cold. Um it's like debating flat earthers. Yeah. It is like debating flat earthers. And like this person is either a bot or like the most pathetic human being that's ever existed. I've had moments where I am tired of hearing you argue with them. I hope you can find a medium of good engagement as well as farming the trolls. That's good input. Thank you for sharing that. Um, yeah, I could see that. I tend to jump on the trolls really hard. Um, I definitely do tend to do that. But that's honestly because I tend to read everything. Like I usually just tend to read pretty much everything. I'll skip out on a couple things, but I do tend to engage with almost all the trolls. They're not all of them, but like all the ones that I like. If I feel like I can make a good point off of it, I will. Like if they say something really stupid and I'm like, I can definitely make a good point off of that, then I do. What am I drinking? This is tea. It's just unsweetened tea. I'm having tea and cookies right now. His profile picture is a reference to known racist YouTuber, by the way. Ew. Gross. Trying to like chew. It's like awkward eating on stream. Never had tea, but it's good though. I like tea. I like it more than coffee. Random, but have you ever heard of Zara Beth? No. Who's that? Who's that? Can't wait for Wonder Man and the new Muppet Show. What's that? What's actually wild to me is that like a couple trolls popped up on Twitch chat, and it's like if you're a troll and you find me on Twitch chat, how? Like, did you literally scroll to the bottom of the feed? Like, I don't understand. I have like 40 followers. I have like one viewer on Twitch right now. I genuinely don't know. Like, unless they're a bot, I don't know how they would have found my content. Wonder Man is from the MCU, but it's where the actor finds out he has superpowers. Oh, okay. Zara Beth is a British content creator, musician, author, and disability advocate known for sharing her life with chronic illness, neurodivergence, promoting awareness of threats. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for sharing. I will look her up after stream. Dead internet theory. So yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. I forgot I have to follow you on Twitch. Yeah, if y'all want to follow me on Twitch, like if you're watching on YouTube, just hit the follow button on Twitch. Helps me out. You can watch on Twitch if you prefer that. We have a Discord. Linktree is pinned. Feel free to do whatever. So with dead internet theory, it's partially true. There are still real people online, for sure, but there are also a lot of bots. Particularly right wing bots. It's an unfortunate reality that a lot of right wingers, like it's a majority. Like right wingers are a minority of the population, like a rather substantial minority, right? It's not like they're close. It's not like it's 50-50. It's more like 40-60 or whatever. So to try to make up for that lack in cultural power and cultural presence, they do things like spending a lot of money on botting and stuff like that. Like, if you have not watched the new, is that Superman? Was that a Superman movie? Yeah, yeah. If you have not watched the new Superman movie that came out last year, was that last year? Honestly, my perception of time is so messed up. But the new Superman movie, like they literally have a scene where they go into this alternate reality, and there's this like basically basically the Superman version of Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or whoever, and like like there's like a bunch of monkeys typing like hate comments about Superman online in this alternate dimension. Literally that is like basically reality at that point. Like that is like almost entirely what is happening. So, it, like I mentioned this before, but it feels like right wingers are overrepresented, and that's because they are overrepresented. They are like a minority position, and they are unfortunately trying to hold on to power by disenfranchising, disempowering, and deceiving about how popular their movement is, or how popular their ideas are. Which is honestly, that's part of the reason why, like, I won't talk too much about politics, but it's part of the reason why I'm so frustrated with the Democrats. Like, we do not need to give credence or credit or cede any positions to these ghouls. We don't need to do it. Like, we don't need to cede anything to them. I'm not going to cede shit to them because they're just wrong and stupid. And like, it makes me so mad that these establishment Democrats are like, well, maybe we do need to do something about immigration. Yeah, you mean like reopen Ellis Island? You mean like immigration reform, like a path to citizenship for dreamers? Is that what you mean? Oh, you mean funding ICE? Oh, you know. All right. Anyway. I realized I was trans in my teens, and your gender identity doesn't change if you know what you are, then it's fine. That's an interesting conversation that we can have actually about whether gender identity does change. I think personally, the way I feel about it, I feel that gender identity can be fluid, but for most people, it's not. And for most people, like, if you're not trans and then you come out as trans, it's not that you were like a guy or a girl and then became a girl or a guy. Like, it's not like that. It's more like you didn't know basically your true gender identity. Like, you're repressed essentially. Like, I've always been a woman, right? But I just repressed it and didn't present properly and didn't understand myself for a long time. So I really do feel like, that is the answer. Some people are different though. Some people have a different feeling about it. Like, some people think that gender identity is fluid and that it's like it's just totally fine if it changes. And yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Like, yeah. Um uh Good talk. Yeah. Have you been to the Hall of Justice? The Superman? No. No. You can go to the Hall of Justice? Isn't that like in somewhere? Isn't that like in the middle of nowhere or something? Okay, but there are I don't want to read that. Sorry, I'm back. I had an absent seizure. Back now. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome back. I hope you're okay. It can be fluid, but again, that's just how you are and not other people. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I view it. Yeah. Like, your gender can, like, you could be gender fluid, but that's not like the default, right? It's the way I view it, gender is a spectrum, the same way sexuality is a spectrum. And like, if I'm being totally honest with you, I don't think that the binary is real. Like, I think that technically there are no binary trans people, and I think technically there are no, like, I think cis heteronormative behavior and cis heteronormative people are uh shoving themselves into a box. Like, I think we made a box and then we're like, "Oh, this is what sexuality is. This is what gender is." And then we try to fit everything into that box. I think that if we this is like hyper woke, right? Like, this is like the most woke ever. But if we were able to move to a point where like gender roles and sexuality exist so much as a spectrum that there's really no like there like being straight isn't really a thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, you might be mostly straight. You might be like 95% straight, but you're probably 5% gay. Like, you're probably at least 5% gay. Like, and don't try to act like you're not. Like, I, I kind of have a feeling that gender also exists on a spectrum like that, but for the sake of, you know, keeping it simple, so to speak, or like cis heteronormative pressure kind of keeps us from viewing things like that. Society made the box. Exactly. So I think if we were able to get past that stuff, we would arrive at a point that is like very uh honestly I think it'd be better if we had less categories, less categorization of people. But wrong body works. It's like a train station, I think. The train station. Interesting. IRL, the Hall of Justice is the Cincinnati Museum, former train station. Oh, that's what you mean by Hall of Justice. I thought you meant the ice thing that Superman has in the middle of nowhere, like in the Arctic or whatever. Like the big ice crystal structure. I For some reason I thought that that was like the Hall of Justice. I'm not super into like comic books or anything. Fortress of Solitude. Okay. I see. I have been to the Cincinnati Museum at one point in my life. Yes. Actually, I saw the bodies exhibit there forever ago, which was like super weird. The bodies exhibit was like essentially they had a bunch of like preserved corpses where like they could show like the nervous system or the circulatory system removed from the body and stuff. But they were all like prisoners who had died in China, who had been like their bodies had just been like with no consent given to this art program and then like mutilated and put on display. Like honestly, extremely not okay. I was young, like I was a kid, I didn't really understand. But yeah, it was like really dark, honestly. Yeah, like the Kinsey scale, Quinn. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like it's more like it's a spectrum. It's not like the binary isn't real. Ba, 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 ba. Gender is a social construct. We all have abilities, likes, dislikes, flaws. We decide what a gendering of those aspects means. Yeah, yeah. Gender is a social construct. Very real. Mm, Less labels. I think less labels is better. Gender norms are social, but gender identity does have roots in nature and biology. I can I can see that. I don't know. It takes a lot of thinking. Categories remind me of what religious studies anthro teacher said we like to other people. Yes. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, exactly. It's making in groups and out groups. Like we need less in groups and out groups. Like honestly, on the left, that's like one of the things that's like the worst about the left is that like you could be a certain kind of leftist and you're still an out group in a different part of the left. Like, and I think that that's really unfortunate. Like really unfortunate. It's why 25? The brain 18 is bare minimum. Hey everyone arguing in chat. I appreciate you like your my analytics are going insane right now because of how active chat is. So like you're really helping push the trans agenda. Like immense transgenderism is happening right now in my chat. But like you don't have to argue with this piece of shit. That's just like here. You know what I mean? Like please do not feel like you guys need to engage with this unserious person. Please. I don't want you guys to like join my chat and argue with these people and then go away from my stream feeling like shit and then like not watch my streams anymore because you don't want to like deal with these people, just ignore them. Just please ignore them. If it's bothering you, if it's making you mad, if you're not enjoying your stream experience because of this person, just block them. Just hide them. Just do not engage. The regret rate is below 1%, so I'm not sure why you were even thinking about it. Like, you think it's okay to ruin it for the 99.9% of people so that the 0.1% is okay. Yeah, and like, if you're talking about medical accuracy, transgender, like, gender affirming care is like one of the least regretted medical interventions we've ever come up with. Like, half 50% of people, more than 50% of people regret having a knee replacement. Should we make knee replacements illegal? Like like a majority of people who get their spine fused regret it. Should we make that illegal? I honestly, actually, I think there's an argument there. No, I'm kidding. Like, I would never like try to get in the way of a doctor and a patient, right? But like, if we're talking about regret rates, uh, gender affirming care is one of the most successful medical treatments in the history of mankind. Like it's actually kind of wild that we found like we have a problem. You know, like you're trans and you feel uncomfortable, you feel dysphoria, you feel uncomfortable in your body, and then all of a sudden you start doing stuff and you don't. Like we can completely solve the issue, which is more than we can do with like a lot of medical issues. Most medical intervention is like treating symptoms or like waiting for the body to heal itself or like uh facilitating natural immune responses or something. But like literally gender affirming care is like one of the marvels of modern medicine and modern science. Like it is like one of the most effective medical treatments we have ever come up with in the history of humanity. And that's a fact. That's a fact. I wish that Democrats would talk about it like that. I wish they would. They don't. Uh I thought it would be cool to see the catacombs in Sicily, but I think it would affect me negatively. They're actual people, it's sad. Yeah, yeah, like tourism is kind of gross. And yeah, yeah, like that's how I felt going through that bodies museum exhibit. It was like, ugh, this was forever ago. I wonder if we would still if something like that would still even be allowed. Um it was so long ago. I kind of wonder if like maybe something like that has been since then has been like banned. Um The regret rate for having children is 11%. Should we ban kids? Oh. Uh, that's funny. I wish the Democrats would do a lot of things. Yeah, true. It only happens when medically necessary, only very particular. I want to go to the catacombs regardless, bring on the spooky underground. I get it. If you want to, I'm not gonna like poo poo on you or whatever. It just for me, it feels really uncomfortable to like to be visiting someone's grave in like a tourist capacity is like how is it only 11%? That's actually what I thought when I first read that. I was like, really, only 11%? I feel like that's kind of a lie. It actually the number probably changes based on when you pull people. Like if you pull people like year one, it's probably like 60% regret it. But then if you pull them like after 18 years, it's probably like 11%. So like I think it would probably be something like that where it's yeah. I went to Waverly Hills once in Kentucky. It used to be a tuberculosis hospital. Good thing about it though is that the money goes into keeping the building alive and the history tour was cool too. Oh, that's cool. Well, I mean, they're not like parading around corpses, right? Like they're not like, look at all these dead people. Wow. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm talking about. I have a question. What is your name? Leah. My name is Leah. Leah Passanetti. That is my name. Who else? I mean, I really don't think that you guys should be arguing with this person in chat. They're clearly unserious. Like, they're not, none of this stuff is gonna affect them. It's like, if you're arguing with this person in chat, you are essentially just running on a treadmill. Like, you are running in place doing nothing. And again, if you are at all feeling like, man, this is kind of ruining my vibe, then just please block this person. Please. Corpse Parade is a good name for a metal album. Oh my gosh, that is such a good name for a metal band. You're so right. Or an album, or both. If my parents are any indication, regret can last in a year 38 or so. Oh gosh. They're a part of 11%. Can I ban them? No, guys, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not just gonna ban people for being idiots. This psychotic maniac, it's so funny that their name is actually the psychotic maniac and they want people to take them seriously, but they are helping my channel. If I ban this person, I am hurting my analytics just so that, like, you don't see that. Like, just you ban them. Like, ban them on your end. You know what I mean? Right click the name, hit I think it says like hide user or something for you or whatever. Like, whatever button you have to ban them on your end, do it. Because, like, it's no skin off my back if they want to sit here and help push the trans agenda, right? Like, I want to be like, this is gonna sound really weird. Like, people like Logan Paul, like, part of the reason why he's so massive is because of hate engagement. So many people on the left and so many people that hate engaged with him, like, they they literally pushed him to new heights. Like, they literally pushed him, it, they kept him alive basically by hate engaging with him. And, like, I want to benefit from that too. There's so much hate engagement online right now for trans people. It's like one of the only ways that I can grow my channel. It's like one of the only ways that I can feel like I'm getting algorithmic pressure to, like, push things, because, like, these people come in and they chat so actively that they like literally, like, they are literally making my channel grow. So I don't really want to, like, I don't want to ban them unless they're like slurring, like saying slurs and stuff, you know? Okay, I'm trying to be nice and counterproductively. I'm not here disrespecting people. So the fact that you are trying to pretend that trans rights is a debate is genuinely harmful and disrespectful. The fact that you're sitting here trying to pretend that this is a debate when there are medical professionals, there are medical associations, you, like, all around the world internationally, that agree that trans affirming care, gender affirming care is the correct path forward. You are literally disagreeing with, like, medical professionals, doctors, all these people. You're acting like this is somehow, you don't have a single shred of evidence to back up your claims, to back up, like, that gender affirming care should be illegal. Young kids shouldn't get the surgery. They're not. And we've already talked about that. They're literally not getting it. It's not happening. It's not happening. So shut the fuck up. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, like, also, we can read your chat history. Like, I can read your chat history, my guy. Trying to act like you're, like, being super respectful. You've spent way too much energy, like, and you've made the same point over and over, and when we've, like, you've made the same point over and over, and we've debunked it, and you keep making the same point over and over. Like it's like genuinely like bot behavior. Is that a genuine apology? No. It's just I just wouldn't engage with this person. I'm gonna stop engaging with them. But I've been ignoring them. I don't think teens should be in the military. Yeah, if you're 18 years old, I don't think that you should be able to join the military. I think you should be at least 25 before you're allowed to join the military. At least 25. Um, kids are too poor for surgery. Well, yeah. I shouldn't have come in disrespected or disrespectful. I came in to troll, but I decided I wanted to have a respectful debate. I get that, but the thing that you need to learn is that trans rights are not a debate. I promise I'm serious and I really like the debate and y'all have made pretty good points. Well, I appreciate you saying that. But I'm just saying that like the issue that I'm having right now is that you are treating this like there is a debate. And like if you look at the medical stuff and like if you look at what the right wing is saying and then you look at the reality, you realize that they're not the same thing. You'll realize that like what the right wing is saying is happening is not happening. And those are like all the arguments that you're making. You're arguing as if kids are getting the surgery and stuff, and they're not. It's literally not happening. Like at most, they like at the very most, there's like a 17-year-old who like has been on gender affirming care since they're like 14 or whatever, and like they've had therapy. They've had therapy for 6 years, and like it's like one person out of hundreds of millions of people. Like if anything, it's like it's so rare. It's literally not worth talking about. Like you were wasting your time. I think that there are human rights. I mean, like teens and even people in their early 20s shouldn't get the surgery. If you are 18, go for it. If you're old enough to join the military and kill someone for the government, then you are old enough to make decisions about how you want to modify your own body. In early 20s, like genuinely, that's insane. Like, and if you look at the process most people go through, you'll realize that this is not like some like they don't just go into the office and say, "Hey, I'm trans," and the doctor's like, "Okay, here's your drugs." Like that's not what happens. There's a process. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm gonna head out. Starting to get very sleepy, but the stream was fun though. Yeah, thanks for being here, Susie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. It's always great having your engagement. Uh, I agree. 25 plus is a good age to join the military. Okay. I would just like to say if I can have your ears a moment, I like turtles. Oh, turtles are cool. Turtles are very cool. I like turtles. Oh, I keep forgetting to hit the add button. I'm gonna hit that a couple more times. It has almost been 3 hours. So unfortunately, we will be nearing the end of the stream here soon. But please, hang out, enjoy some ads, chill with me. We've got, like all the links in chat. We have the link tree so you can check out all my socials. You can check out Discord or whatever you want. I'm gonna learn some more about flow arts next week, hopefully. Yeah. So for anyone who's interested in flow arts, for anyone who wants to get involved with it, I do really recommend it. It's really good for you physically, mentally. Like it's just such a great hobby to have. It's really expressive. It's an art form. It's creative. It's meditative. It's exercise. It's a lot of great things. Like it's super good for you. So I super recommend that people get involved with that if they want to. And like I said, feel free to reach out to me if you have questions about flow arts. Oh gosh, if you want help getting information or like where to buy a prop or whatever. Yeah, for sure. But what I would actually recommend people to do if you're interested, go on Instagram and just search up flow arts and just watch a bunch of videos. See like what kind of prop do you see and you're like, "Oh, yeah, this is like what I want. Like this is so interesting to watch and so cool, like and so like engaging and looks fun." Like when you see a prop and you instantly connect to it like that, that's honestly a really good sign that that's a prop that you should try to learn. It's not 100% of the time, but usually that's a good sign. Everyone is different. Everyone is comfortable with like a different prop. Like everyone has like a different way that they engage with flow arts and a different thing that works best for them. So, it's kind of figuring out what works best for you. It's usually like there's really like a couple things. There's sticks, there's strings, and there's balls, right? Like you got like rope dart, poi, oxbow, levy wand. Those are all like string props. Well, levy wand is kind of like a mixture, but there's stick props, which like contact staff, obviously double staff, dragon staff. Hoop is kind of like a stick. It's like a stick if you like bend it into a circle. So I usually call it a stick prop. And then we got like balls, you got like juggling balls and stuff like that. Yeah, and there's more nuance than that. Like there's obviously more nuance than that, but yeah, it's really fun. There's not like nunchucks is a flow prop, rope dart, oxbow, poi, bands, hoops, triads, triangles, dragon staff, contact staff, double staff. I mean, so many options. Levy wand. You should listen to Zara Best's song called "She's Mine." I don't know if it's copyrighted, but I'll listen to it after stream. Flow Arts is so good. Yes, yes, it is. Call me a troll or whatever. Okay. This was the best 3 hours of my day. If I got an ad, it would be the pinnacle of my night. Do you have premium or an ad blocker, One Love? Like, you must have, like, an ad blocker or something, if you're just never getting them. I juggle baton, and now a fire cane. Nice. I'm torn between ball and string. Well, if you need help deciding or whatever, I can tell you which props are, like, very beginner friendly. I think poi is really hard when you get into the advanced levels, but poi is actually not that hard at a basic level. Rope dart is really approachable. Dragon staff is really approachable. Um, Poop is really approachable. There's a lot. Can you breathe fire? I have not learned to breathe fire yet, but I actually this year I'm gonna learn. I have a friend locally who's a really good fire breather, and she wants to start teaching, and so I'm gonna be like her guinea pig for teaching fire breathing. I trust her. She's very professional. She's very talented. She's very serious about it. She's not gonna lead me the wrong way. So I think that it's worth it. I think it's a good idea. Um, I'm really excited. Fire breathing is really cool. Really exciting. It looks really fun. uh, what's I swear I have no ad block and I don't have premium. Sometimes I get an ad every 10 minutes, but not the stream. Oh. Yeah, that's really bizarre. I don't know why. It is copyrighted. Okay. Yeah, I'll watch it after stream. Thanks for the recommendation. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping up here. I'm gonna go eat the rest of this half a cookie that I have left, and maybe actually I'm probably gonna get some real food. I'm so hungry. These cookies are the only thing keeping my tea from destroying me on the inside, but my tummy still feels really bad. This tea is so strong. It's like really hard to drink without food. Lightsaber choreo was the closest thing I've done to flow art. It's kind of similar. Yeah. No, the lightsaber flow is like honestly a good pipeline to flow arts. I've seen a lot of people get into flow arts from like the Star Wars fandom. Like they see the lightsaber people and then they yeah. Uh, Good night, all. It was good to chat with you. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thank you, everybody, so much for the support for being here. I really do. It means a lot. I appreciate it a lot. Um, Love all of you. I will be back Monday with the news and politics stream, and we will do a video then as well. I'm gonna try to get this video out tomorrow, so like I'll edit it tonight at some point, and then yeah, tomorrow morning, probably 11:30 or so. It'll be up on the channel. It'll be the video that we went over in stream. I'm still getting used to recording on stream. It's still a little awkward for me. Oh, I forgot to do my Patreon shout out. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm gonna pull chat up and I'm going to very quickly do the Patreon shout out for the video right now. And then I'll add it in post. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Can't believe I forgot that. My bad. Filters. Uh, okay, here we are. All right. So as we wrap up this video, I'm going to go ahead and shout out my Patreon. I forgot to record this earlier on stream, so I'm doing this at the end of stream. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot to do the Patreon shout out again, but I will do my best to remember that. It's just hard when I'm streaming. It's kind of hard to keep it all in my brain. But you're going to see the normal members popping up on screen right now. These are the people who support my channel, and I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you. And now I'm going to shout out my super supporters. These are my top tier supporters. They do the most for my channel. They help keep me alive. They help pay for Freddy's food. They're wonderful people. Honestly, could not be doing this without them. Thank you all so very much. So starting from the top here, we've got Sleepy Kayla, Art, Katie Starr, William the Concurrer, Jean Farrer, Mark Yablonsky, Gwen Vaughn, Kendra Brooks, Andrea Uhara, Kira, Sophie's Left Florida, Ultraviolet Vadu, Chastity, Kate, Fiona Dobson, Cafe Ori, Tricia Pizafred, Katie Bug, Sarah J. Buck, Nikki Notzel, and Sam Howard. Again, thank you all so much. You're lovely. I literally could not be doing this without you. You make it all possible. If you want to help support me on Patreon, that would be great. I am working on diversifying my revenue. So like trying to get monetized on Twitch, trying to get I'll probably try to get channel memberships up here soon. Maybe a couple other options as well. But I am definitely trying to grow how I monetize my platform. That way I can do this full time and not starve to death. So if you want to help support me as an artist, as a creative, as a content creator, it would mean a lot to me. Yeah. So thank you all very much. Appreciate you. And just one last thing to remind you of before we get out of here, and that is that you should drink some water. You should drink some water. Stay hydrated. It's really important. Love y'all. Peace out. Okay, that was the ending for the video. And now we're going to do the ending for the stream. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to pop the add button a couple more times. Yeah, I guess the psychotic maniac person's not as bad as I thought at first. So thank you for not being uh thank you for not spamming slurs into my chat. You're so confused. I forgot to do the Patreon shout out for the video earlier, so I had to do the Patreon shout out. But now we are ending the stream. Now the stream is ending. Okay, anyway, love y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Join the Discord, do all that wonderful stuff. Please, thank you. Like the stream if you haven't already. Watch some videos of mine. Help me with the algorithm. The algorithm hates me so much right now. So anything you could do would help a lot. And I'll catch you all on Monday, okay? Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Peace out.